The views and opinions expressed in the media or comments on this channel are those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcaster, which is Negative 43TV. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. This channel's owner claims no copyright to said content. The broadcaster of this channel cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. The broadcaster of this channel is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify, but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this channel. If you have a complaint about something or you find your content is being used incorrectly, please contact the broadcaster prior to making a copyright claim. Any infringement was not done on purpose and will be rectified to all parties' satisfaction.
As always, a promise, and right there it is, the email address. Send me some email. I never get any at all. And now, time for the prayer. Cover up.
Just understand, man. Pray for me, bro. Real talk. Matter of fact, I'm going to pray right now. As much as I can. But Lord, please help me and give me the strength to be able to take on and handle all of this spiritual you-know-whats that they're sending at me. Please give me the strength to stand in your name. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of you-know-what.
You know what? We have our first hello here on the pre-show. Hi, Axel. How you doing? Happy you're here.
Right? Your you-know-what and your staff, they comfort me. And just stick with me. Please, Lord Jesus Christ, stick with me through all of this. Through the temptation, through all of the evil that's coming at me. Please bring karma and justice and true righteousness to this situation. Please, as you have never left my side, continue to back me and support me in my cause for doing your work on this planet. Please support me and give me the resources I need. Please bring me people that are going to donate and support me financially. Please bring me the money and tools to do your work on this planet to make sure that I stop these people from child. Hold on.
Oh, you bastard.
God, please help my soul to be at peace.
God can't help your soul or anything else. You're just what we call fucked. You're definitely fucked. But I'm not. They're coming to the show right now. Dutchie's here. Orza 1 is here. Candy's head lice vice president is here. We are going to have so much fun here on this Saturday. And I've got some different things teed up. Of course, we're going to watch his most recent live stream. And if he goes live, we'll switch over as always. But I do have a couple of surprises for you this evening. Oh, wait a minute. Don't hit
Please
that
help
button.
me.
I have more hellos. Hello to Blue and hello to Sticky TT6. He finally said your name. All right. Yeah, that's when you know that you really got help when he mentions your name. Congratulations, Sticky. It's been a while for me, but I don't need the confirmation anymore because I know he knows who I am and what I'm doing, and he watches it because he can't help himself.
Just be able to learn how to.
Hey, John Cole's here as well. Gee, we may never get through the pre-show, and that would be absolutely great. Oh, he mentioned me too. All right, damn, that's fun. I'm enjoying that. I am.
Deal the best way possible.
Damn.
And not allow evil, malicious energies to affect my peace, my state of mind. Please protect me.
Why, that's a hell of a question from Dutchie. What did he say?
And I know that you are there with me. I know that you support everything that I am doing.
Sticky's listening at work, and you can do the same thing, whether Negative 43 TV is live or not. Try it. It's so much fun. It makes the day go better.
In your name, again, please help me, give me strength where I do not have it, to stand up to these oppressors, to these evil people, to this system.
Stand up and cheer. Best in Show is here on the pre-show.
Again, please give me all the tools, resources, and people to back me in my effort to completely stop child and to protect the
bastard
youth, and to protect these people from everything that's going on that they're unaware of and cannot protect themselves from. Please help me and give me the strength, God, to push forward.
Yes, he certainly does, Orza. I've never heard him mention a bat boat. Have you? Let me know.
In the midst of confusion, in the midst of my anxiety, my frustration, and my not knowing what's going to happen to me next, just continue to...
It just so happens his latest one is the one that is teed up here on the show. This could be really, really good. It could be... What am I saying? It's always really good. What the hell? This is Saturday Madness pre-show.
Supply me with the faith I need to continue to hold on to you at all costs. And please guide me through this hell. All right? Please just continue to be there and just give me the strength I need to overcome what we all know is going on spiritually behind closed doors. You know, the wicked will never win. They lost the minute they were wicked. They lost the minute they were evil. And I just want to say that I love you, God. I love you, Jesus Christ. Thank you for providing me with the beautiful life that I have lived. Give me, you know, more and more time. Continue to make me immortal in your name, and have me know, not think, not doubt, but know that I am immortal, and I'm
immortal, that he is immortal. It sounds blasphemous. I'm not sure if it is. I mean, again, you have to die to enter the kingdom of heaven.
I am inconquerable because I stand in the name of righteousness, in your name, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of God. I stand up to all of these evil people, all right, by myself, and I'm never by myself because you are with me. You and the millions of ancestors that support me, the voice, I'm the voice of the voiceless.
His ancestors. I often wonder, when he's staring off into the sky, is he seeing his ancestors? I believe he's so far gone that he's hallucinating visually. I think so. Say hi to Sheriff Gonset, and indeed, hail Sartad.
Just continue to give me the resilience and strength and just everything. Supply me with all the tools that I need to do this. Please help me to build this entire company business idea into a full-scale agency operation to truly stop all of these evil, wicked people's plans and plots for me and for our planet. Please help me to protect everyone here. And, you know, just give me the power. You know, truly, I need your power, I need your guidance, and I need you. I am aware I cannot do this by myself. It is too much for me to handle, and it takes a lot, but this is way too much for me. You know, so I call out to your name, God.
This is way too much for me. I haven't heard this one in a while, and that stood out. That was fun.
Jesus Christ, please, I am begging you to help me get through this. Help me save my life, please. Heal me. Help me. Give me the way. I know you will provide the way. Provide me a way for me to scale through this matrix, through every challenge and obstacle that it provides, and just give me the strength and resilience necessary. Clear the path for me as you have done. Continue to protect me, and just know that every step I take is divine, and in your name, amen.
Ooh, I don't believe that it is. Hello again, Sneedville. I'm Richbartone, and welcome to Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness for Saturday. What other day could it be? June 21st, 2025. Well, yesterday was the first day of summer. It's a happy day for a lot of people. It was for me too. But at the same time, there's a little tinge of sadness to it that I didn't have when I was a little kid. The realization that the days are once again going to become shorter kind of bums me out. Yesterday was the absolute peak of everything, and now it's just going to slide downhill. But hopefully it won't roast us in the process. But I'm telling you, going into next week, I think a whole bunch of us here in this country are absolutely going to fry. And I do mean fry, so let me make sure that I don't forget what I forgot last week here. Yes. Just the slightest touch of Moonlight Sonata in the background makes the whole thing go down a hell of a lot better. At least it does for me. Mimi Loves is here. Please give her a hug. Say hi. Make sure that you say hi. Candy's Head Lice Vice President says, thankfully Sartan told Jesus how delusional Joey is. Everybody needs a little heads up from time to time. I'd like to thank Sartan for that. So it is time to get into our first feature here on Saturday Madness. We are going to look at Tyree Sneed's latest live stream. It's called Real Talk Digital Fitness Training, Expanding My Business, with that stupid bat emoji that he so enjoys using. It's about an hour and 6 minutes long, and apparently toward the end of this one, he's going to mention some names that he never ever mentions. He definitely gray rocks fairly well when it comes to mentioning the names of me and Frost and Shamrock and all that. That only happens when he's really super upset, so we may actually have a treat for us here. Let's see what happens. Pull that back. Is it there? Is it there? No, it isn't. Ah, there it is. All right, let's go full screen here and enjoy with me, if that's the correct word, Real Talk Digital Fitness Training, Expanding My Business, and oh, so much more bullshit here on Saturday Madness on Negative 43 TV, 7 minutes after the hour. And get your stuff together for the first smoke 'em if you got them. That will be occurring within the next 15 minutes. It is time. You know what time it is. It's time to hit the candy-colored button and let's go. No, I haven't seen that. Rage Against Ed and Sally? Really? That sounds interesting. Here we go.
Yo. All right. How y'all doing, man?
Better
like I
than
told you, bro, I do what I want to do, man. Like I said, I don't talk to people on YouTube, right? I talk to people who are going to get me farther and help me progress.
Yeah, it's nice to be recognized, Dickie. It certainly is.
I've always been like that, man.
And it's confirmation that what you're doing is working. So, yeah, it's nice when he mentions people by name. You know it's working.
You know what I mean? You got to watch the company you keep, man. The people, like I said, the people you talk to for no reason, that's going to judge, you know, how you build and go about building.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to look that video up after the show. I don't really do Cyrax here, but boy, that sounds great. Have Ed and Sally finally had enough of the goblet?
And whether you can even build or not, because a lot of people, they just don't know how to build. That's the truth. Now, I don't know what's up with the day, but I'm going through it physically bad with just the same issues. But I mean, if that's how it's going to be, I might as well just, you know, push it to the limit. And
he has a pulled rib muscle. That is his big freak out right now. He has a pulled rib muscle. I started this week with a muscle pull right between my shoulder blades, right on top of my spine. So this week I just didn't do any of the exercises that made that hurt. Got everything cut down to my bike ride and 4 exercises. I'm going back full force next week because it's all better. I didn't freak out. I didn't keep asking Mrs. Baritone if I was going to be all right. I've had them 100 times before and I knew how to handle it. He's had them 100 times before, and he panics every single time.
Do all I can do anyway. That's the way I see it. Because taking it easy stuff
Right.
for me just never works. It's just not my thing. It's not how I do things. You understand? But, you know, other than that, I'm thinking of taking some steps to expand my business. You know, I'm not going to sit here and operate from a place of fear ever.
That's where you're stuck at, though, that place of fear. Absolutely. He has one teed up. So if he goes live, let me know if I don't find out before you do. That guy is here. I'll read it for the listeners because it's always good. Rich, you should sit in a chair in your backyard and yell at the trees all night until it heals. That is killer advice. I like it. And Joe Patrick Kerr II is here, and I really like that too. Welcome.
Just because, and I mean, this is really the state of the public. It's just everybody's just on some weird energy, man. And I'm just being real, you know. People are not wanting to see folks succeed, you know, and it's just me. I'm real careful about, you know, I want to promote basically. So I'm trying to open this up where I can maybe expand and promote on some new different avenues, right? But you just got to be real careful, man. You got to be careful who you speak to. And then people say silly things, but you know, you just never know who's on the other side of the screen.
Okay, you really don't, but yet you do in this case. I'm Richbartone, and this is Saturday Madness. It's 12 minutes after the hour. He is indeed teed up and ready to drive. The next one will be called Batman Just Keeps on Rising. Reality is all proven, and it's probably going to be live from the backyard. Live from Mommy's patio. Indeed, 35 years old, staying with his mom. Okay, every now and again, I mean, I know reality. Every now and again, you got to do what you got to do. This is not a case of doing what you got to do. It's a case of him being a leech because that's all that he is, really. Negative 43 TV.
That's all. And what their agenda is or what they're doing. But, you know, so, I mean, I think that part's always a little nerve-wracking, no matter what.
You know what? That guy is here, and I teed up something extra special just for him. So allow me to bring this up live on Negative 43 TV. Let me see. The first thing I need to do, you can do it with me. Let's see. We'll remove what we're watching. Yes, we will. We absolutely did that. So now we'll go down here, present or invite. I have to stop screen, so I will do that. It will be worth it, though, even though it's quite the pain in the ass. It really, really is. Now we're clicking on share screen, and there it is. That's going to be the next thing that we share. And again, I found this especially just for that guy. I honestly did. Let me make sure that everything is set up as it should be before I raise the curtain on this jewel. Wait a minute. The curtain's already up. Oh, it's fun when it happens that way. Anyhow, let us enjoy together this little special treat just for that guy and just for you as well. Here it goes.
How it feels to chew 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Ah, yes, nothing like a 5 gum commercial to spice some things up on this Saturday. But what I'm going to do right now, we're going to go ahead and go back to what we were watching. We're absolutely going to do that, and we're going to keep an eye out for Tyree. We're absolutely doing that. So let me see. Once again, let's walk through it together. Remove. We have done that. Now we go down here and we hit stop screen. Jim Cornette and Brian Last, everybody. And no, I don't know how in the hell that happened, but that's not unusual here on Negative 43 TV. So in any event, we're still going through the process of getting back to where we were. It is a pain in the butt, but you know what, kids? It's worth it because it's fun. Okay, share screen. And let's see, not Jim Cornette, although I'd love to. Here we go. We're going back to Real Talk Digital Fitness Training, expanding my business here on Negative 43 TV. I sure as hell hope so. Everything's actually going well so far. Ah, yes, there it is. So we'll hit the candy colored button and let's go on. And we're getting ready to switch over the second this Mong goes live, which he may have just done. Hang on a second. He is in fact live, so we're going to go ahead and bring the curtain down. Boy, this is just action-packed so far, isn't it? Bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff, and Rich dropping the curtain and forgetting to drop the curtain. It's just so insane, but that's part of what makes it so much fun. So let me go ahead, go back to the Batman the Alchemist page, which is what I have done right here, and we click on his page. Yes, indeed. We click on his page. Yeah, thank you. All right. We click on live. Oh, man, the entertainment value, huh? It's just nuts. Let's see. And Batman just keeps on rising. Reality is all proven. Right there it is. So as soon as I can click on it, we're going to click on it and we're going to just pick it right up. That's what the hell we're going to do. Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. Just come to me.
Stay in a groove with what I'm doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the strength.
Now the hell with it. We're going back to the start. You don't want to miss a morsel of Tyree Sneed insanity on Saturday Madness. After all, it's why we're here. Oh, you're most welcome, that guy. Most welcome. I know you requested that a little while ago. And I didn't have it. And I said, you know what? Today, that guy gets his 5 gum commercials. So that was my pleasure. And I went back to the beginning here, kids, in silence. Some decisions are worse than others, and this appears to be one of them right now. Yep, silence on Negative 43 TV. Let's just go the hell up here, huh? I'll tell you what, he just started off like a house on fire with this one, didn't he? Yes, he certainly did. I don't even understand what's going on here. So let's just go ahead and slide this thing all the way over. And there we go.
Progress. You know what I mean? Even if that's at your own level or whatever, I can get you where, you know, you're the strongest you ever been, in the best shape you ever been.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but you assume that when somebody goes live, they're ready. You can't do anything right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what this game is about, man. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what trips me out, man. You know, all these fools, they still go on about their business doing the same thing like they all ain't hearing. You know, I don't know if people just look at the shorts on the channel. Maybe they don't take the time out. You need to make time, brother. Y'all need to make time to start listening to these live streams. See, that's the whole deal with my live streams. This is my business. It's not local, but everything is about local right now, wherever I'm at.
It's not local, but everything's about local wherever I'm at. I've never heard that phrase before in my life. I'm 64 years old, as I like to say from time to time. I've never heard that phrase in my life. It's one of the reasons I keep doing this.
Trying to reach that audience, so I can't have, you know, any extracurricular activities or interference with that, because I have a business to build. See what I'm saying? So that's all these people were on. Like I said, now we're moving forward like we always do. This is not new, man. We've been taking the appropriate actions, handling every situation correctly, doing the right thing, doing what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. We got to just keep on maintaining a positive attitude and, feel me, keep on moving forward, and that's about it. Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. You were The first 3 minutes of this live stream was silence. Absolute silence. And hold on typically is something that you want to avoid. If they're holding on, you need to keep talking. Just make sure that they know you're there. Hold on and disappear is not what you want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, in Sneedville, it is now 4:20 in the afternoon. It's absolutely true. So you know what we're going to go on ahead and do. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready for the Pit Boss, because the Pit Boss is ready for you. It's Smoke 'em if you got 'em time, and please welcome Chaos to the show. Let's get ripped.
I just got to pay attention when there's people out here, when they're parked out here like that in the bike lane. I got to pay attention and make sure I see what they're doing and what's going on. But yeah, like I said, we had a fan roll up today. That was cool. Like I said, I mean, we're just going to continue to do our thing, man. Like I said, these people, they have no angle or way of coming at me. It's just hilarious, man, how pathetic it is in their quiet desperation. Like I said, don't talk behind the scenes, right? Talk maturely as an adult where it matters.
You're dressed as Batman. Everything you just said is null and void because you're dressed as Batman. Come now.
In front of the world. This is a radio show. Anything after that, there's no, like, what? I don't.
It's only 80 degrees in Brownsville. It's 90 degrees where I am.
Don't talk behind the scenes, bro. I talk on here. See, that's the thing. These people, they're so, like, focused.
I'm not talking behind the scenes. I'm talking here as well, although I did just kind of talk behind the scenes when I was talking myself through that entire process. Well, come on now. Don't double click the button.
Are doing something that makes no coherent sense. You're not going to gain anything from it, man. The show is the show. This is YouTube, and that's it. It's not that serious, man. You understand? So, like I said, on YouTube, you got people who basically, I mean, they just can't learn to hold the L. They can't handle losing. I mean, what did you expect to do? Win?
Hey,
I mean, being immature and typing.
He's going deluxe today, kids. He's got 2 bottles of water.
Ain't winning. If anything, it has an effect on y'all who do it too, right? See, that's the thing people don't understand. With people like that, nobody wins. That's why everyone around you has lost. You're never going to learn your lesson, right? And that's, that's sad for you, because people who don't learn their lesson and don't learn how to act remain failing, remain in the same boat, in the same predicament. You're stagnated. Yeah. So I'm going to keep on rubbing it in because it's hilarious, because like, I'm sitting here and I'm succeeding and teaching people the ways to go, and people don't want to listen. Like, okay, no problem. Do you? See, I'm a grown man. I'm not worried about, little, pettiness and immaturity. I'm worried about actual business. Like I said, Batman needs funding. I'm out here right now. Like I said, we accept all donations. You want to roll up in your car and pay me some cash? You give Batman some cash to hold me down? We welcome.
Oh, somebody could roll up in a car and offer you cash. They're also going to ask if you're working. They're also going to ask if you're looking for a date. They're also going to be every bit as fucked in the head as you.
You want to donate cyber, means through Cash App, PayPal. We got a Venmo, right? Somebody sent $2 to the Venmo yesterday. I'm about to use that just to get me a little something to eat. See what I'm saying?
I'm not going to talk shit about his $2 donation, because $2 tips are cool.
Every little donation.
Oh, hit the button and leave it.
Helps.
There we go.
You know what I mean? I make plenty of money. I don't get to my check until like 2 months. This company is weird as hell, right? And they pay 1/100 of a cent. My check's only like 130.
I'm waiting for my money too, but not for the reasons that he is waiting for his money. Chime is down if you have an Android phone. On payday, I was assuming that I would not get paid today because of the federal holiday. But as it turns out, It wouldn't have mattered anyway because if you have Chime on Android, it's down.
Bucks. You know what I mean? I do my all. I work harder than everybody, right? And they don't pay me right. That's fine. I'm going to stick with this because I believe in it, and I'm moving
He has 2 watching. We have 19 here at the party.
quicker, and I'm gaining momentum. I've been making a living off this the whole time. I've made more than enough money. It's been good. It's a good, solid business. That's not the issue. The only issue at hand is the fact that these people don't want to donate. Like I said, I mean, is it that hard to fill out a job application and get it?
The real issue at hand is this business that you claim hasn't generated any revenue. That is the problem. Your revenue is not donations. If you have a real business that's up and running, where's the money? You don't actually have a business that's up and running? Who would have known?
JOB? Is it that hard to show a little bit of support, an inkling of support for the guy who's doing all of this and funded it out of his own pocket? Again, they have no answer for me.
Obviously, it's funded out of his own pocket. Look at him. He looks like hell. And you know those pockets, if he's lucky, might have some lint in them. So, yeah, it's obvious to me that you're self-financed because this is total garbage.
Because nothing they say exists or makes sense. I mean, the dude funded the entire project out of his own pocket. Batman runs the streets. This is a job.
There is no doubt he is openly begging while he's out there at this point. No doubt about it.
And what I've accomplished, it would take about a team of at least a couple of hundred people.
Yeah, the restreaming has always bothered him, but here on Negative 43 TV, I think we have like 4 consistent restreamers or snipers, as you refer to them to. I'm an old man, I'll probably keep calling it restreaming, but he's under more pressure that way than he's ever been under before. Yeah, it used to be 1 or 2 people would be on him. Now it can be 4 or 5 people within the same week. He's feeling that hard.
Easily. These organizations, they got thousands of people. CIA's got thousands of recruits. You understand? I did what I did.
Again, the CIA is not your problem. The Order of Action, the Freemasons, and the Red Triangles are your problem, and we are on the job. Remember, we are everything you ever thought we were, everything you ever claimed that we were. We actually are. Enjoy it.
More than agencies who got thousands of recruits that they claim are the best in the business. I've accomplished more than all of them in what?
We have a ripple here, which is, of course, a read it for the listeners, and it comes from that guy, which is no surprise at all. It would take a team of a couple hundred people to sit in a chair as much as Joey. Oh, that's a very salient point. There's a word that I don't use every day. I'm actually surprised that he's out walking right now. It would be 3:28 his time. I figured for sure this was going to be live from Mommy's patio, but apparently she told him to stay lost for a good while today.
2 years? 2 years. And everything I've done has had a ripple effect all over the world in this nation. That is why all these corrupt officials keep going to prison. This is why all these people keep, getting caught.
What corrupt officials are you talking about exactly?
For the bad deeds they're doing and the evil they're doing behind closed doors. It all stems down to my work here and Batman. My work has not been a waste. My work has been extremely successful. So let's be mature when we talk. And when we talk, let's make sure we acknowledge reality. Because apparently some people have an issue with reality.
That guy has a riftle, and it leads to a little something else. He says, wait, if we are everything he says we are, does that mean he's finally creating realities? No, but the very first channel that he had when I arrived in Sneedville was called I Create Realities. That was the first channel of his that I ever saw. So that triggered a memory there.
Right. My actions have always been righteous.
My actions have never been in question. My actions are the way to go, sister. This is why you don't have a business.
Live from the chair about 8 p.m. and you hate that you know that. Sheriff, it becomes a hobby after a while.
This is why you don't own a mansion and estate. Come on. If you're jelly, just say you're jelly. But you got to talk in reality. It's not an option.
We are live right now with him, yes. About 4 minutes behind, maybe.
To talk in some outer space language. Okay? We speak English. See the point? Pettiness and immaturity. They have nothing for me. That's all they have. I don't care what you say, what you
say hello to Kelchu Bordner. He joins us here for Saturday Madness. It's time for your black currant water. Absolutely time for your sparkling water. We are in the middle of a smoke 'em if you got 'em, and we will be for about 5 more minutes.
You tell yourself none of it exists. Just quit approaching me with it online. That's all. Like, what? I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm real tired of hearing it. So like I said, moving forward, man, these people don't have an answer for the fact that I pay cash for everything I own, that I'm successful, that I'm rich, that I'm wealthy, that I make.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Warza One says he's been a lot more anti-woman and pro-male lately. For some reason, he hates women. He realizes that he's never going to have sex again. And who holds the key to the entire proposition? The women do. They always have, they always will. And anybody that would allow themselves, any woman that would allow themselves to be penetrated by this, good God in heaven, I just wouldn't know what to say, Mimi. Yeah, you're right. He owns absolutely nothing. It's pathetic. I own a lot more than he does, and I am not rich by any measure at all. Dutchie reminds him that it's your mom's and it's going to your half sister. And yes, he is wearing the same clothes. And welcome Shy Dude to the show. We're doing real good. We have 19 at the party. He has 4.
That I've been making bands and racks this entire time, that I make more money than any man and woman on this planet. Right now, this entire time, I've made tons of dough. What are you talking about? You can't count my pockets because you ain't here and you don't know me. So again, what do you mean?
We don't have to be there to count your pockets. All anybody has to do is look at your mangy ass. Nobody's counting your pockets because there's nothing in your pockets to count. And you know it, yet you continue to talk this absolutely ridiculous horse shit. Let's have a sponsor in here right now. It's a classic. It's my favorite sponsor. Hopefully yours too, ladies and gentlemen. This portion of our program is brought to you by the Spider Tree Inn right here on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness, 33 minutes after the hour, and I'm Richbartone. But then again, you already do that.
I'm not talking about none of that. Can you speak English? I'm speaking clearly. I need people to donate. That's your job here. I'm a content creator, and I'm going to stay telling you until you do it. It's not that hard, man. It's not that hard to show support, man. Feel me? That's the problem with all these folks. They want to play word games. They want to play games. Hold up.
Oh boy, another hold up. Absolutely unbelievable. And I've said it and said it and said it and said it. And everybody said it and said it. It's not our job to support you.
You think these are games? You think these are games? No games here. What?
Games, probably not. Make-believe, certainly.
Listen, brother. Like I said, man, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm the boss of this. I'm the best at it, and I created it. And this is 100% real. So, like I said, at the end of the day, we all know what Batman is and who I am a little bit, right? Like I said, these folks don't have an answer for me, man. You don't have an answer for my wealth. You don't have an answer for my success. You don't have an answer for my nonstop progress and nonstop success. Yeah, well, you're talking and you're trying to make up.
That guy, that is completely possible. And Shy Dude says, imagine telling people you're rich and also need them to donate in the same paragraph. Yeah, that is a paradox.
Lies and contort and twist the facts, right? Without a voice and a platform, talking to yourself, you know, like crazy people do, right? Accomplishing nothing, completely powerless, right? Committing crimes and giving me evidence for my federal lawsuit, right? Indicting yourself on federal charges, incriminating yourself. While you're doing all that, okay,
Right.
sweethearts, all right,
Uh-huh.
pumpkins, all right? While you're doing all that,
Yes.
I stay making moves. I'm a boss. I'm gaining more capital, more.
While we're doing that, you continue to walk in the same circle that you walk every single day, generating virtually no income outside of what you manage to bum off of strangers so that you can flex on it and look really dumb. Remember the $3 short? Oh, you're never going to forget it. I'm going to make sure that you never forget what might be the dumbest short you ever put out. It's possible.
Ground, building an empire. Once I get to this next check, it's actually finally we're there. It's a wrap. It's over with. Once I get to this next check, because I know what I'm doing now and I've got the whole structure laid out for my business, most people take 6 years to make a dime with their business. I've been making buku bucks. I make a lot of money doing this. What do you?
Buku bucks. I haven't heard buku in a long time. You're not. You're simply not. There's no real joke there anymore. You're just not making any money.
You mean it just takes a little bit of time to get?
Yes, he does. He treats anybody that donates to him like absolute trash because he feels that he's entitled to every fucking thing. Yeah, $150 check, Mimi.
Get my checks.
Took him 3 months.
See, they want to talk
If it's even that high, I don't know.
down, but it's something they wish they had. All of them can't afford a hot dog. All of them, they're all struggling right now. So you got to talk from a real place. Anything you say now, I want you to show who you are. Identity, you need to provide your identity. I need to know who's speaking. I need receipts. I need to see what your situation is. Before you talk down on me, you better be happy.
The phrase "can't afford a hot dog" is very played, along with 80% of what he says. Actually,
Even like jumbo jets and helicopters, and you know what I'm saying, you better have 9 mansions, and you know, and you better own them. You better not be a Mason who's just occupying them. If you ain't that, you can't talk down on me. And guess what? There's nobody like that. It doesn't exist. Yeah, nobody's richer than me, dude. So right now, I'm the richest man on the planet, like I said, because
it just, in a way, it never gets old, and in a way, you get sick of it. That too is a paradox.
rich is wealth, not cash. And now everything has already come together for me when I got set up and targeted for having all the money. So you have to be.
Forza, he is afraid of getting on an airplane, which of course shoots all of his rhetoric right square in the ass. It does that at that.
Fair and listen when I'm speaking. That's all. Right. Everything I've done makes perfect sense. Don't talk to me, right, without fairness. I don't play like that. You're going to treat me fairly. Give me a chance to do what I'm doing, man. I'm a grown man. See, that's the thing.
You have a day full of chances to do what you do, which is totally non-productive, and it is a pathetic reflection on the state of Texas that you're out on the streets. You need to be institutionalized. You and I'm sure a few thousand people in that state need to be hospitalized. They don't care about you. Nobody cares about you. Really let that sink in for a minute. If society cared about you, they'd have come at you with that butterfly net years ago. You're beyond help. You're beyond help. Your mind cannot be fixed. Yeah, Dr. Flynn was on about a month ago with Sticky and said she'd hate to have you as a patient. You're that fucking gone, dude. Everything you think is reality is not. And you continue to just make an absolute fool out of yourself. Speaking of which, let me allow him to continue to do that right now on Negative 43 TV.
They want to have unfair treatment. Don't work that way. No, you give me time to breathe and do what I need to do. I don't rush anything. You ask me to do something, don't try to stop me from doing it. You understand? So again, I'm a grown man. I demand my respect. It's not an option. It's not negotiable. You're going to respect me.
The constant repetition of the phrase, I'm a grown man. Insecurity, anyone?
Right? And at the end of the day, I'm doing amazing with my business. My business is thriving. These people are upset. We're already over $130 for Coach. All you folks out there, we're over $130.
Okay.
We're making buku bucks. We're making mad money. These people ain't doing nothing.
$130 in 3 months. He will receive a check next month. Man, 3 months worth.
Nothing. We out here getting paid right now. I'm at work. I work, I get bread, I get money. This is what I've done my entire life. This is my own business. I'm the CEO of my own corporation. Woo! Next, we celebrating.
You know, Kelchu, I haven't looked in on Charlie in literally years, and I should, because I owe all of this to Charlie Zelenoff. After all, he was my gateway drug as far as lol cows are concerned.
What do you mean? Every day we out here celebrating. You understand? These people, they not happy for folks who making it. You understand? Everybody doing better than you. What are you talking about? See, if you're going to speak and make no sense, like you expect people to not respond with the truth? What? Everything you say is projection. When you speak, talk in reality, bro. The world doesn't slow down for you and change. No, the world is doing something. I'm successful. You're trying to get like me.
You did a good job, Mimi. You did a really good job. A 20-year-old with his own home, car, and a great job. It's really, really, really hard to find a 20-year-old that's going to meet that description anymore. You did a good job.
I'm the one who made it. None of your rappers made it. What do you mean? None of the CEOs of these major companies made it. I made it. And that's why you're upset. So like I said, I'm the boss. I'm the only self-made trillionaire who ever existed. And I run this world. I have all the
Oh, you are welcome, Mimi. You're most welcome.
power. We run everything coast to coast. Like I said, I never need.
Right now, kids, he's got one watching of one person. One.
Needed money to have power. Feel me? I'm showing you right in front of your face every.
Tell you what, if you can share this out right now, share this out right now. It's not usually a request that I make vocally, but let's see if we can really kick this party's ass right here, right now. I just love that he's got two people watching him now. What a monolith.
Every day, look how I do this with little to nothing. What? That's crazy, man. And then they act like I'm doing something wrong. No, you are. You're going to donate. When you donate, then I'll have the budget. More money I get, I can do way more with less resources, right? That's why God built me like this and built this system and this power, right? So now, when y'all actually donate and you go get your JOB, son, right? I'm going to be able to get so much more done. Now donate and stop donating $2, $1, $5.
You know, Kelchu, Sheriff, I can't admit that I'm surprised. But you know, he may be done, but we'll always have the Astro Burger video.
Donate hundreds of dollars. All right? Y'all need to get out my face with this broke stuff. All right? Come on. Get your money up, man. Get your weight up, not your hate up. All right? We'll be back.
Okay, let me go ahead and drop curtain on that one, because apparently he's had all he can take on this one, and that is true. It ended 11 minutes ago, and we were right there on top of it. That was called Batman Just Keeps on Rising. Reality is all proven here on Saturday Madness on Negative 43 TV, 43 minutes after the hour. Good time to work that one in. So let's go back and watch what we were watching, which is Real Talk Digital Fitness Training, expanding my business. Apparently, there's a nice mention of Sticky and yours truly in this one, and I would really like to hear that, because I haven't heard this Mong mention me in a long time. That's what happens when he's scared to death of you. He has another one queued up, says Dutchy, so momentarily we will return to Real Talk, blah, 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 blah. After that, God knows what's going to happen. Okay, I clicked on that. Let me curtain up here. There, I didn't forget it. Hey, I'm not that ripped tonight. I'm at the very bottom of my last cartridge. I was going
No matter what.
today and get more, but unfortunately, at this time of the month, we're usually not doing the greatest, and I didn't get paid today because of the whole chime is down thing. So I couldn't go rehook, and I'm at the very bottom of this card, kids. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit that son of a bitch right now, and after I do, we're going to end smoke them if you got them right now. That doesn't mean that you got to quit smoking, of course, and at that point, it will be time for Schizo the Cat.
You know what I mean? But just the fact is, you know, the way I feel is, as long as I'm doing everything right, which I always am, and I go out my way to, like, I never have anything to worry about. I'm always good. You know what I mean? because my purpose is clear as day. Like, I just want to promote my content, and that's about it. Honestly, I'd like to do like customized videos. I'm even considering maybe even starting an OnlyFans. All these women do it.
Starting an OnlyFans. Starting an OnlyFans. Yeah, he said that. He said that, and you heard it. He's going to start an OnlyFans. Oh, God. OnlyFans. Jesus X Christ. That's right. You can read it, and I was getting ready to read it myself. The title of what is coming up is Positivity, Love, Maturity, and Being Professional Wins Every Time I'm Wealthy. Okay, whatever the fuck you say. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's go on with Real Talk, Digital Fitness Training, blah, blah, blah. You've heard it a few times already. Let's go.
Right, and here's my honey, I think. Let me tell her I'm live.
Yeah, he would need a community college to learn how to tie his cape, yes.
But yeah, the last time I tried to do that, these people know that people gravitate to me. And I don't know, I guess that I'm attractive and I'm a star. So they wanted to, that's what it's been all about. It's just because I'm good looking.
I'm attractive and I'm a star. I'm good looking. I'm good looking. I'm a The narcissism is world class strong with this one. The denial of reality is world class strong with this one.
And I'm extremely gifted, right? And a lot of this came from
He did say it takes 6 years to make money on a business. He did say that earlier.
So-called women, because they basically wanted to hide me from the world. And blah, 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 whatever, a bunch of delusion and nonsense that doesn't make sense because they know I'm a gift, you know what I mean? And anybody who meets me, you know, people generally like me, and, you know, I just have a lot of gifts, and I'm gifted and I have a lot to offer, so.
You are talentless. There, I've said it. I'm sure I've said it many times before, but you're talentless. You can do nothing correctly. As the old saying goes, boy, you could fuck up a one-car funeral. That's a really, really bad thing, you know? It really is, and you could do it.
That's all that it's about. But, yeah, like I said, I'm considering trying to do that to expand. I just told my honey that I'm live. Hold on.
When you expand nothing, what does it become? Nothing. More nothing. Good God, aren't you glad you're not Snerd? Yep, that's what I'm calling him from now on. His name is now Snerd. Fuck is Snerd. That ought to get up underneath his skin after a while, I would think. Kelchu gives me a read it for the listeners right when I need it. He's a gift, all right. He's so easy to track. All the guys on the ground aren't even trying to stay covert. He's not seeing anything. No, he's not.
Yeah, hopefully she can come to the show and listen.
For a minute. The surveillance is actually becoming obvious, and we're not really obviously concerned about being on the down low anymore because, well, he's too stupid to see it, even though at this point it's directly in his face. It's time for smoke him if you got him to go away for right now. And that always means it's our favorite acid head radioactive cat. He's our mascot. And we love him, even though we really shouldn't. It's Schizo the cat right here, right now.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling it today, man.
Mm-hmm.
So just try to bear with me while I try to do the best I can.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Here we go.
But
here we go. And he is still on the streets.
I don't know.
Well, it's been a busy one for me, hasn't it? All this switching around and whatnot. So let's go back. And we're going to pick him up. Let me rephrase that. We're not going to pick him up. We're going to See what kind of madness he has. Okay, here we go. You already know what the name is. Even though you do, I'm going to read it anyway because it's so very, very, very stupid. It's positive love, positivity, love, maturity, and being professional wins every time. I'm wealthy. It's all bullshit. Come on up. Now I clicked on you. Waiting for contact. Waiting for contact.
Man,
Here
people
we
stand
go.
on business, they stand on their position. People stand up for reality. You understand? I've always stood on business and stood on reality. These people, right, they have an issue with the truth. Like I said, the truth will always rise, man. The truth's been truthin' forever. And it always will. The truth can't be hidden, can't be silenced, can't be covered up. The truth is the truth, and the truth will be said and is what will be. It's just that simple. I could care less how anybody feels about it. I could care less how you feel about what I'm doing here. I didn't ask you for your opinion, right? That's the whole point. Nah, man, that's not how it works, like I said. So, yeah, like I said, over here, we look nothing but good. We look nothing but better every day. Like I said, I age backwards, right? So, I mean, what are these folks talking about? I literally look younger every day. Literally. You know what I mean? Like I said, wait till I clean up and everything again. You're going to see it.
I am not a vain man. I can honestly say, at my age, I look better than you. My face isn't as wrinkled and creased. Again, I'm 64, and I look better than you. Even with my upper plate out, as it is right now, I look better than you. Yep, indeed, with half a set of teeth in my mouth, I look better than you. That's really, really kind of pathetic. Kelchu has a business question. Are we getting any more cameras under that bridge he always walks around, or do we have enough already? As far as cameras go, I think we're probably going to install a couple other cameras, the kind that detect heat. You know, we want to know everything that's going on with him. So yeah, we'll get a thermal camera, maybe 5 or 10 of them on him.
You're going to see this youthful glow I got, and this is what they all mad at, because I look better than all of them put together. Matter of fact, all of them put together would probably just look worse and worse. How you doing? I didn't even hear what he said.
Now you'll find this interesting, Kelchu. We got contacted this week by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they want to join Double OA, and they're going to Brownsville right now, right at this very minute. So that could be a very exciting development.
You know, but that's the thing, you know, like, people are cool. People don't bother me, man. Like, people do what they do. I don't worry about other people. I stay doing me. I'm not a guy I don't like small talk. I keep everything moving. I'm totally official about running this business. I take it very seriously, and these folks know it. And like I said, what you've tried to do is clear as
Oh, you're welcome. You were definitely CC'd into it.
Day, and you failed yet again. Have you ever succeeded in anything? That's my question. Right. Like I said, I've offered you all to debate for years. Christina.
You know, while the show's on, I'm usually doing several different things, usually at the same time, and every now and again, I miss a truly, truly quality comment. We got one from that guy. Listeners are going to like this one. He will continue to rise like the turd in life's punch bowl. So poetic.
I told y'all I've dropped that link.
Even though you've already read it and it's probably been up there for the better part of 10 minutes, I just had to read it. It's just so fun.
I mean, 8,000,000 infinity times, and said, let's debate. They can't step to me in a debate. They can't step to me in the street. They can't step to me with the legal system. They can't step to me anyway. This is the same thing they've been trying forever. Listen, homie, I'm not on this planet to endure anything, and I am nobody's target and nobody's scapegoat. So, yeah, all them games been over with. And that's the thing. When I go out my way to make a stand and I go through absolute hell and I do all this, I would never let anybody talk to me
like reality ain't reality. Like everything hasn't changed. Oh, everything's changed, man. All that stuff is a thing of the past. The minute that y'all started anything, like I said, I went and addressed everything and everyone directly for that reason, because I don't play games. See what I'm saying? Oh, no, I'm going to live my life unabridged, unbothered, good, free, at peace. What do you mean?
Unabridged? You mean under a bridge. That's how you're going to live your life.
What? And these people don't seem to get it, right? All these narcs who wanted to comment with a little delusion, not an opinion, because opinions still have to exist, but actual delusion. You know what I mean? Well, like I said, y'all...
Opinions have to exist? Never heard it put that way.
Want to run your mouth and say this and that. That's cool. Wait till Batman get all this money, though, and he's on the street pressing everybody. Wait till that happens. Wait till Batman's on the street active and pressing everybody and letting them know what time it is for real and what's good. You understand? Batman runs the street, bro. Y'all all know what Batman is. Ain't nothing fake. So, like I said, yeah, a man has the courage to do this, right? Like I said, I did bar security for like 7 plus years, right? I'm the best at it, best in the business, best at any kind of security.
Yeah, the resolution is just crazy, isn't it, Kelchu?
Security. I've done all sorts of different security, worked for different agencies, different things. Like I said, people don't know me, man. You don't know nothing about me, bro. And I'm not worried about certifications and licenses and all that silly nonsense. I'm worried about experience. See, that's the thing. Companies are a joke. All your companies don't do things right. You need to know.
Companies are a joke, yet you claim to own many of them. Huh. Puzzling.
Hire college graduates. Don't ever hire a college graduate. They're entitled and they're failures. They don't even know what they're doing. That's the truth. The diploma is actually a disservice to you at this point. What companies should...
Nowadays, they're absolutely useless. Learn a trade.
be looking for is people like me, entrepreneurs who have actually made the money. See, a college student can never tell me nothing because I've ran circles around you financially. See, that's the thing people don't get. Now, if you're going to talk about success and finances, well, if it's about finances, it's about money. I've seen more money than anybody who's ever walked this planet. So you listen to me and I tell you what to do. That's why I'm the teacher.
You've seen a lot of money, and it's a huge part of your problem. You blew it straight out your ass. We have a movie, and you have a page that proves it, and you're living with the consequences. You think about it every single day, and it will torture you until, blessedly, you are found in a shallow pool face down.
See, a lot of these people, they got reality misconstrued.
It's a joke algorithm. Come on.
Then how come you don't own anything? How come you're homeless? How come you're online projecting? Just a question. Now, can you provide an answer? Oh, wait, you can't because you don't have a voice.
Very good. Over.
Voice here, right? Because of your own actions. You see? You see what immaturity gets you? Right. See, that's the thing people don't get, man.
Welcome Axel to the show, and he arrives with a story, which is the story that we go with, but it's not true. But it's okay. He was apparently something was going on, and he was in the company of a 46-year-old woman from Thailand. But however, the story that keeps getting repeated, and the one we're going with, is the one that's on your screen right now. Get a good look at that one. That is the official line that we take here relative to the passing of his father. Yeah, I know it's a little mean, it's a little bullying. There's more than a little bit of making fun of the tard going on here, but it's all okay because he brings it on himself and he's 100% deserving of it. Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. I'm Richbartone. 59 minutes after the hour. It's almost the top of the hour. I'll just be dogged.
I stay teaching people their lessons the right way. Feel me? I don't play no games. I'll let people know what it is for real. Like I said, you talk to me, you need to watch how you're speaking to me. You need to watch what you say.
And when he died, Axel, I think his dad may have been on borrowed time because he's described this huge hole in his father's shoulder, I believe it was. For all the world, it sounded like he was describing skin cancer.
Say to me, I'm kind of sensitive. You feel me? Somebody waved at me.
Oh.
So, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, Batman's doing his thing. I'm out here. These people are thousands and thousands of miles away hiding.
right? Like I said, I mean, you'd have to be delusional to think your opinion counts or matters. So, like I said, at the end of the day, all you've done is just give me content. Like I said, that's all you'll ever be able to do because you're powerless and you don't.
You give me content and you are the one that's powerless, I think. I'm pretty sure we call that projection, ladies and gentlemen. Wave goodbye to Schizo the cat. He's got to go drop some more acid. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have our other mascot who's here ready to say hi to everybody. It's Stoner the Pup. He's here. And always remember, with Stoner the Pup, he's got that Cheshire Cat thing going on. It just makes him extra groovy. Negative 43 TV.
Don't run me. I run everything, y'all. I run everything over here. I run everything regardless. God uses me as the vessel to do God's will. So, I mean, as far as you're concerned, I mean, I am God to you. You feel me? Literally, because God speaks through me. I need to charge my phone. But yeah, man, at the end of the day,
God speaks through me. I need to charge my phone. You can't write it. You cannot write this.
it just is what it is, man. So me, I'm going to try to conserve. I'm trying to get the little that I can get that I need, that I absolutely need, like what's necessary. And it's just crazy that these people, I mean, I should be spoiled rotten. I should be entitled like the penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. They should be paying all my expenses 100%. Why should my fans, I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years as Batman.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've accomplished more than every agency combined.
You've done nothing.
What do you mean? Anybody who says that's Fido, anybody, man, he's aggressive today.
Kyrie and dogs, it's not a good mix. We have proved.
Fido! Anybody, hold on.
Oh boy, hold on. Oh man, every time he's hold on, it just
Anybody
old man cringe.
who wants to say a lie,
Yeah.
like I said, let's have this conversation face to face. That's the only way you can have it. It's a radio platform. What do you mean?
This
This
is not radio. Good God in heaven, this is not radio. I have said it and I will say it again. In my opinion, it would be more prestigious to be the morning disc jockey on an AM Christian radio station in Pikeville, Kentucky than doing this. It would mean that you have a broadcaster's license, and it means if you're any good at it at all, you could move up the ladder. But I didn't go into radio because it's a nasty fucking business, and it involves a lot of moving. If you're a veteran radio guy, you've been fired at least 6 times. Most of the time, it's going to be format changes that put you totally out of work. And nowadays, the whole satellite thing with no host whatsoever. Yes, let's bleed all of the personality out of radio while we're at it. But then again, I'll get back to the point. You're not on radio. Every time you say that, it pisses me the fuck off. You can't even tell time 2 ways. Look, it's 3 minutes after the hour, 57 minutes until the top of the next hour. You can't do it. You're incapable of it. You're talentless.
radio show host. I am open for interviews.
Welcome Kenny T to the show. New arrival here in town, I believe.
I am open 24/7 like a 7-Eleven, like I've been for my entire life. Anyone can pull up, right, and talk to me in person. You understand? Again, what is your excuse? You understand? Why is it such a big deal? What's with all the fake stuff? Like I said, people can't stand on business. People got to run to other people and use agents because they feel some way and have a chip on their shoulder, but they not man or woman enough to stand up and say how they feel, right? Like that's just completely powerless. Like I said, all my statements stand. None of you are special. That's the way a conversation goes. These people want to change the English language. You're not God, bro. You tried to go against God, and this is why God is showing you what time it is.
He absolutely does. The show that he does is all about him. It's all about him 100% of the time. What I do here on Negative 43 TV, it's about you. Honest to God, it's about you. I'm just the host. I'm just the the pleasant guy that hosts the party every Saturday night. You're more important to this show than I am. Believe that. It's true.
All of you, all these people, they're getting what they deserve. What do you mean? I'm going to talk about all of it. Like I said, if you run your mouth at me, I'm going to run my mouth right back. Ain't nobody going to do nothing about it. I promise that. Feel me? So, like I said, what's goody? Huh? Like I said, nah, man. Like, we don't need any of that over here. We don't need that spirit.
That is absolutely right. That guy capsulized it. Gotta read this for the listeners. He only talks at people memes. That's right. That's an exact description of what he does all the time.
We don't need that attitude. And like I said, that was the thing. They kept talking to everybody and all these people. That's weird, man. Who would go along with that, bro? It just goes to show none of these people ain't nothing. They have no worth. You know what I mean? You expose the...
None of these people ain't nothing. When I hear people say phrases like that, I automatically take 15 points off of their IQ score.
Entire church cult, right? You exposed that they were in liaison with the red triangles in collusion against me. Okay, so I went to a church group and they were trying to, do all that towards me. That's a very serious situation, brother. And I was on to y'all the whole time. I figured it out. I knew it. I could sensed it. See, I'm never wrong. Yep. And they were trying to play it off like, oh no, that's not what's happening. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Talking about how you make your money.
How are you making money? You're bumming. It is strongly suspected that you have reduced yourself to prostitution. Although I don't know about the person that would give you $5 for a BJ. That would be a really, really sick person. Whereas one says he had a face-to-face encounter today. I have a feeling that they're going to continue to increase because the people around him in Brownsville, I believe they've gotten to a point where they've really kind of had enough of the guy.
Oh, I'm going to need 20% of that. What? Boy, wouldn't nobody ever talk to me like that, ever. Well,
yeah, I think I saw that for a minute, middle of last week sometime. When I'm not here with you good folks or working on a movie, I've been staying away lately. It keeps me fresher. It keeps me from burning out, as it were.
Acting right now. Why is you trolling in reality? See my...
He's never wrong, but you're never right. Gee, sounds like my dad.
Point. See, you don't get no bump like brownie points because you want to troll in reality. Yeah, you looking for a reaction. That's what they was doing. See, they wanted to trick me on my throne. They was hoping all of them knew they wasn't nothing. So they was hoping I would react and get upset. Like, right, you want people to go.
You mean like you are right now. You're reacting. You're getting upset. You're doing really exactly what we want you to do because it creates comedy. Not the kind of comedy that you enjoy. It's a kind of comedy that is designed to hurt you psychologically. Yes, it is. You have a bad case of NPD, maybe the worst one in the world, and being made fun of, getting teased, is like getting punched in the fucking mouth. And I'm glad to do it every Saturday.
Ballistic. That's your only goal. That's your only motive and tactic. You're powerless. Yeah. So don't act tough because you're definitely not tough. You're all cowards. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like, nah, bro. When you talking to real people, man, we stay on a real vibration. Like, real people should not have to like put that much thought into it and, you know what I mean, worry about what someone's gonna say next. And like, come on, bro.
But
it's weird, man. And like,
exactly what you do every day, and then you respond to it. Good God, wake up and smell the Folgers. I think that's how he put it.
I said, it all goes into the same federal crimes. It's all going to the federal lawsuit. These people did it to themselves. Oh, and that church cult is going to get shut down, guaranteed now. Now it's guaranteed. Now there's no way. The court's going to be like, nah, dude, y'all got way too much going on. Y'all threw away this man's belongings. That's theft. You
abandoned it. You went away and never came back And at that point, it's not up to them to keep your shit. Well, maybe he'll come back someday. No, no, no. You left your property because you were too pussy to go back and get it. And they tossed it out, which was probably the best thing because you know that it's just a piece of shit. Anyway, say goodbye to the puppy. Yes, indeed. Stoner is going away for another show. Thank you very much. And I feel at this time the need to show my credentials. I am, in fact, Major Richbartone of the Order of Action, and we are a U.S. government funded department. Yes, we certainly are. And our job, again, is just to keep you isolated from society 24 hours a day because they don't want to spend the money to put you away, even though they're spending 4 times the money that would be necessary to put you away on us. We kind of like it that way.
Like, that's theft, what you did. So, I mean, and that was just you saying you threw it away. You probably took it and tried to sell it or something. So when the courts hear about that, what do you think? They're not going to take it seriously? I don't care about statutes. I don't even care what a court says.
Look who snuck in while I was putting my badge on the screen. It's Fallout 354. Say hello if you haven't already.
I care about what my lawyer says.
What bucket of balls?
I care about the truth being said publicly. Right?
Speaking of buckets of balls, man, I need to go to the range.
Right? And just showing the world who you are. For any other purpose than to expose you. And most of you have already been exposed. The ones who try to talk behind the scenes.
Oh, we got a good connection going on here. We certainly do. Yeah, again, bucket of balls. Yes, I think I may have figured out my driver. I'm actually learning how to play golf again, per se, because I have a brand new body. And I've been golfing as a fat ass for about 25 years, and it's really different. I can make a turn now. It's really, really strange. Speaking of really, really strange, this is quite the hang-up. Quite the hang-up indeed. I have no idea what's going on here, but it is moving. Isn't this really entertaining? Yes, trillionaire level Wi-Fi on that fucking phone, and of course it goes dark. The incompetence it's entertaining somehow here on Saturday Madness. There's a sign that.
And you can see that the companies and the corporations are tied into the plot. Again, when I'm stating the facts and I'm saying the truth, they kick me off my platform. Okay, and that has to do with StreamYard and YouTube. How does that make sense? Because I'm stating the facts?
Oh, Lord, no. $12,000 glasses. I mean, golf is such an addictive thing. No doubt they've sold a few. What I wouldn't mind would be a rangefinder. That might be kind of cool because what I do right now, I use an app on my phone, which is fantastic if you're playing 9 holes. If you're playing 18, you might not get through it all.
There's nothing wrong with my connection. I just paid my phone bill. I'm a responsible adult, overly responsible, ultra caring, take care of everybody, done everything for everyone, helped everyone. These people are telling me I'm doing something wrong, but my life is completely good and everything's in order and I've got my priorities correct. But if you look at them, everything for them is like an episode of Intervention, literally, and it's complete chaos and a mess. Oh no, they want to tell me I'm doing something wrong. Complete failures. Ooh, wow. See, that's the point. Like, dude, just be mature. You're an adult. Grow up.
We got a little bit of foreshadowing here. No, well, how could it be foreshadowing? We're live here. Did the guy just ask him if he could use his phone yet? Oh, well, let's go back a couple of minutes. I've been extra chatty this week. Every now and again, I do indeed miss things because I'm doing other things other than paying attention to this mong. You're always more important, so we'll go back a couple of minutes and see what happens.
And you can see that the companies and the corporations.
Oh, no! This video is unavailable. Good look at that. This video is unavailable. I ain't deleting no lives, yo. And while he just deleted a live, damn. Hopefully one of the archivists actually caught this one. Good Lord, dang it. Yeah, dang it is a very good way, a more family-friendly way of saying fuck. Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness. 15 minutes after the hour, I am Richbartone, and what are we going to do? Oh, hell, I don't know. We'll just go on back to, what are we going back to? We're going to, he's got another one queued up already, Dutchie. Did you archive that? Please tell me that you did. That would be wonderful news. All right, let me see here. Hit live. I will, okay, I win with the truth. I think I saw that. Live, please. Okay, let me just reload his entire page. That's always fun. Oh, let me see here. Yep, winging it live on Negative 43 TV. Just kind of what we do around here. Okay, we have a fresh live page coming up eventually. Don't leave me. Good Lord, this is so boring. All right. Now I have a black screen. There we go. There we go. All right. Are we queued up here? Are we? Okay, we are queued up. The next one will be I win with the truth. I'm the only self-made trillionaire who ever existed. Oh boy, he's being super duper ultra mega manic right now. That's for damn sure. So knowing that he's going to go live again, and I'm going to have to go through all this process again, we're going to go back to Real Talk, Digital Fitness, blah, blah, blah. It's the video we started with. And we're going to watch it until Nimblefuck kicks off another live. This could be a chain of lives. Oh, no archive. Oh, man. That's the risk that you take.
I just try to never stop, try to never give up.
Of course, if I wasn't running my big mouth, we wouldn't have this problem. But then again, some of you are actually here to hear me run my big mouth. It's a thing, really.
You hear it in my voice.
Joe Packer just returns, and he's live. I never even got a chance to raise the curtain on this damn thing, and he's live. Okay, let me click on that and see what the hell happens. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
There he is.
Like I said, man, I'm the only self-made trillionaire ever existed. It's all proven fact. I have all documentation, all documented receipts. I don't prove anything to YouTubers. You're below me. These were all facts that everybody already knew. So again, moving forward, right? Like I said, people are silly, man. People are upset at reality. They're upset at my wealth I've accumulated, paid cash for everything, right? Everything off hard work since I was 16, nonstop. I've been the most productive person ever. What do you mean? Like I said,
until I was disabled, I had worked since I was 15. Got you there, buddy.
Y'all talk about jewelry. I've had tons of real diamond rings, bought and sold jewelry for years. You understand? I'm extremely successful with that. Like I said, I can do anything. I'm a jack of all trades.
Master of none.
So, like I said, that's the thing. You know, people just talking too much. You know what I mean? We don't talk like that. We don't run our mouths. We don't talk that much. You know what I mean?
No.
Loose lips sink ships. Y'all really need to get on that. Christina tells me all the time. You understand? See, that's the problem with them. Look at them fools over there with that fake boxing match between trolls. What a joke. Like, it's never going to happen. It's obvious as hell. They creating fake scenarios and trying to talk like they street. How you street? But you known as a soldier boy run and tell 'em. Y'all know what a soldier boy run and tell 'em is, right? You can hear it in the name. Do I really need to explain? You run and you tell, right? Right. So you're contradictory. They're a walking contradiction. Them folks is a joke. I already know what they're on, what they're trying to do. They're trying to trick people off their throne. And the thing is, they're completely serious. Like, they actually
trick people off their throne. Trick people off their throne. Oh, sounds like he's posing to me 19 minutes after the hour.
They believe their delusion. Okay. Wow. So they trying to get money out of courtrooms out of playing victim. How are you a gangster? Gangsters don't do that, bro. Gangster ain't never gonna be a victim.
Yep, absolutely. I remember my last show. I asked, does anybody know where that video is? After the show, I found it in like, 30 seconds?
At all. Like I said, the only scenario.
And we are on top of it. It's what we're watching.
Where I'm a victim is in this internet stuff because it's the internet. I mean, on the internet, they say that they use my name and say I'm doing all sorts of stuff. You know, I'm doing all sorts of crazy stuff when I'm just sitting there. You know, the internet is all fake. That's the problem. People are fake on here. I'm not.
Says the guy who believes himself to be Batman.
I don't know what that was about. I don't know what the hell kind of gesture he was making, and I don't care. Yeah, man, like I said, we out here.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen him hack it in the glass factory that I worked at for 24 years.
Here all the time. This is a 24-hour job. I run the streets. Like I said, we just stay winning, boy. We stay winning. I don't care about peasants. I don't care about civilians. I didn't ask you how you feel. Like I said, I don't owe you nothing. I'm not your entertainment. I'm the real Batman. I'm in training in front of you. Just like anyone, you got to come at me with respect. Feel me, Wody? So That's all it is. And like I said, the training going well because I told y'all I did 50 pull-ups for each set, 3 different variations the other day. All right? Yes.
Now, as much as I shit on his exercise regimen, I have to admit that I am not physically capable of doing any of this. What with the both shoulders are arthritic. Fortunately, the elbows aren't, but the shoulders would be the big problem. I can't do muscle ups or anything like that. I just take comfort in knowing that he cannot do what I do. The very first thing that I do, he cannot do. I would love to see him sit on a recumbent bike, start in 15th gear and stay on it for 55 minutes, upping the gear every 10 minutes until you arrive at 21st gear after 55 minutes, while at the same time doing presses and curls with dumbbells. Oh, he'd fall off that bicycle in 15 minutes.
Yesterday. Today I did 60. Okay? Now I had the armor on yesterday. Today I had the bulletproof vest on. Makes a little bit of a difference, but I did 60 today. The next time I'll try to push for 70. These are full extension pull-ups. I'm not trying to break a record with them right now or anything. I already.
Mr. Metal Skull is here, and he arrives with a zinger so good I have to read it for the listeners. He means physically running in the streets because he's homeless, laughing out loud.
I set the world record for pull-ups at 200. I'm trying
now,
to.
As far as all that goes, Urza, I don't know. All I know is I get on the bike, and it has 50 gears. 50 gears. By the time you get to 20th gear on that recumbent bike, you are meeting a lot of resistance.
Way up, doing the full extensions, right? Till I get to, to 200 with that. You understand? You don't have to go full extension for a pull-up. That's not a pull-up.
Every now and again, I'll accidentally bump it up to 23rd gear, and that's I think 23rd gear will always be above my head. Good Lord in heaven, the resistance.
You understand? It's a different kind of pull-up. So that's the thing. These people, they never want to make any sense. They want to talk backwards. See, these people are so out their mind. That's what they do. They're the ones who they start everything and they speak first and they do these things first. And then they want to cover it up. Y'all act like the government, bro. You're not the government, bro. You're not the Illuminati, and that stuff doesn't work. I don't know why they're acting like it's working for them. Like, dude, y'all are still working rinky-dink jobs. That boxing match ain't going to happen. You're all poor, and you have a support system, and you're still poor. I told you, none of you are real gangsters, real anything. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, don't do this. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, anyone could go watch that silly boxing match.
Yeah, I had a bike, oh God, what, 15 years ago before my back really crapped out. I would alternate when I got in every night, and this was usually about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I would either run 2 miles or get on the bike and go about 10 miles. I was really into it. After a heart attack, if you don't learn your lesson, you don't learn your lesson. But then everything went wrong when I fell into that tire mold and broke my back. Everything went wrong at that point. I couldn't do what I used to do anymore. And here come the weight.
Between trolls, what? Like, you soft as it gets. Wody, you hear that? You soft. What are you talking about, man? The dude, you got dudes on here, they're literally delusional. They just trying to talk.
I hope he doesn't think that Mr. Metal Skull. Let me put that up on the screen so everybody knows what I'm talking about. He thinks doing pull-ups will straighten out his hunch. Perhaps he does, but it's making it larger and more triangular. If you've ever noticed, his back comes to a point. I wouldn't get about something like that.
Nonsense in front and pretend like, okay. You understand? That's why he came on my show, and I got that as proof. I got that as proof too, for court purposes, because, like I said, it's just.
We have another read it for the listeners. I simply can't help myself on this Saturday. It's from Mr. Metal Skull. Sneed walks out from behind the Arby's after an hour looking like a triple glazed donut.
Hey, man, they're all just silly. They don't make any coherent sense. But yeah, I got proof on there how you were doing that fake little laugh. What's funny? Yeah, like I said, y'all do a lot of false claiming. Y'all want to portray that you're something you're not. You don't have an audience. You're not me. You'll never have a monetized channel ever. You'll never have a business ever. You don't have any money. You don't make $100K a year, and that's nothing. That's nothing.
$100,000 a year, I would have shit my pants. And that's nothing. Well, there are people in the world to whom that would be nothing, but that wouldn't be most of us. I can guarantee you that it would not be most of us. Now, I think you've seen my credentials enough, but it is time to pay tribute, pay homage, if you will, to the red triangles right now in your upper right-hand corner.
Right? So again, what are you talking about? To say you make $100K a year, brother, let me ask you a question, man.
Okay.
Let's say you make $100K a year. Let's say you make $8 million a year.
All right.
Right? If you make $8 million a year, financially, you're still nowhere close to me, right? Right now with my broke hustle while I'm struggling. Why? Because I own wealth that costs billions of dollars. I am a true self-made trillionaire. You put money into equity. When I had cash like that, y'all was still saying the same things.
Right.
You're just being petty. You're not actually being fair about the facts. That's all. Like I said, what does it matter what you make in a year? You're renting, sir. You're a moocher.
Again, petty means simply of little importance. That's what it means.
Easy answer. Change your methodology, man. Change your viewpoint. Change your priorities. Wealth is what matters. Equity, the big.
I love horsey sauce. I really do. But anymore, I just go get a nice big roast beef, like every 6 weeks, every couple of months. No sauce. Don't need it.
Boys play with equity. They don't care.
I do need it, but you know.
About cash. Like I said, no, I played the game and I won.
Yeah, you did.
Said it that cool. There's no place where we're a comparison or you're competing with me. See, that's what I think. It's just weird, man. Like, bro, I've met some of these people, bro. These people are not competition, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They're nowhere close. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about, man. These are people who are just extremely deluded. They don't understand or process reality. They pretend they don't. They understand it. They understand it just fine. They just want to pretend. Like, yeah, I don't play that game, bro. I don't play like that, man. That's my pet peeve, as a matter of fact. So, see, that's the thing. They know I'm amazing. They know I've succeeded. They know I accomplished all this. Yeah, that's unfair as hell. I'm not going to let.
And you walk with a pronounced limp that appears to be permanent. Oh, boy, you need to get your blood sugar checked. And you could have Daniel Larson disease, which is what I call trench foot. Yeah, like they used to get in World War I. Yeah, that thing.
Let nobody treat me that way. Like, no. And it's been going on long enough. You understand? I'm past tired of it. I'm tired of hearing it. Like I said, these are people I don't even know. Why are you talking to me? You understand? Listen, all that stuff, I don't care about it, man. I know who I am. That's it. You understand?
Oh,
Now, like I said,
you know who you are. If you say anything other than a broke, wandering hobo whose feet are dissolving in real time, if you don't say that, it's a lie.
go your own direction and stop trying to contact me.
And also admitting to being broke, that would help, which he's actually been doing a little bit lately.
Like I said, we have full-fledged stalkers on this network. Nothing has ever been done about it. They just sit there and watch. It's absolutely sad, man. I see it all over social media. Right. That means the system is not only failed, not only broken. The system was designed against us. This is all intentional. So, like I said, do what you do, man.
Oh, memes. He better hope that it doesn't get to that point. That's a lot of people's asses right there. That's not a good situation. And yeah, sure, everything's in play as far as bad health goes with this guy.
That's all well and dandy, but you know reality.
And also remember, he does not, nor has he ever worn sunscreen of any type. Which is not really smart because apparently, by his own description, his dad had skin cancer. You need to learn lessons from things like that.
You know reality. You know who you're talking to. See what I'm saying? See, that's the thing. They're trying to change the game into, oh, people can't react.
Mm-hmm.
People can't defend themselves. That's a lie. Everybody can defend themselves. You understand? Everybody can stand up for themselves. You understand? Like I said, when you got people who hiding and running around the internet, cavorting, right, and violating repeatedly, right, all that stuff.
Violating repeatedly. You sensitive, boy. You real sensitive. But that's okay because most paranoid schizophrenics are. Not to mention most people with severe NPD, they're really super, ultra, mega sensitive. And that's why I do this. This is really a burr under your saddle. As they used to say 125 years ago.
I don't care about that, man. Like I said, they want a reaction. You got to not give them one.
Right. Okay.
That's simple. So like I said, I'm doing everything right. I'm making every right decision. Right? I'm going to continue to stand up for myself the right way. And there's nothing to stand up to. That's the whole deal. Nothing's even going on. Everything is fine and dandy. Everything is perfectly the way it should be. I just need people to donate, man. That's all. Like I said, I don't know why these people periodically start doing the same habits over and over again. Like, dude, you could tell that you just like are like a broken record. You just literally, you operate off cycles and repeat. It's like droopy. That's how they are. They remind me of droopy.
You operate off cycles and repeat. Again, words that I've never heard put together like that. But you, Mr. Broken Record, are complaining about repetition. Do you have any idea how challenging it is to roast your ass anymore? I've been at this about 6 years, and buddy, let me tell you, there are some subjects that are simply joked out, yet I continue to try because, well, that's kind of why people are here, to listen to me tear you a new ass, and at the same time, they're tearing you a new ass in the comments, too. Oh, man, it's not a tie-wee Snerd friendly place here.
Droopy. And they do all this rah-rah talking, and it's all nonsense. Like, I don't worry about a thing. Like, these people.
Oh, you're right. He absolutely loves our attention, Mimi. We're the only people that pay attention to him, even though it's exceedingly negative. Yet again, it isn't. Obviously, it's very negative toward him, but it seems to be a net positive. Wouldn't have any of this without that mug. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves that we actually owe Tyrese a debt of gratitude, just not a debt of money. He is why we are all here And he's why some of us have been here for many, many years. Quite the community, Sneedville.
Trust me, I'm not scared of you. And you know this already. So, I don't know. It's just odd behavior, man. You know, the reason why it's an issue is because I'm sitting here being peaceful, trying to make sure I make every right decision in my life. And then I got people creating factions out to get me against me, and then they're trying to surprise me and catch me by surprise, so I'll react. Like, what is that? Like, yeah, nah, bro. I'm a grown man. I deserve to be happy, and I'm going to be happy and at peace. I don't have time for this nonsense. You feel me? It's just that simple. I don't have time for it. I've got time for succeeding. Feel me? And that's my thing. I have an issue with everybody, everyone, all of you, because none of you do anything about it. All of you could have made a stand. When these chats are open, all of you could have opened your mouth and stood up and said something. You didn't. None of you. Not a one of these folks stood up for me. Not a one of these folks contributes me a dime, right? You stay breadcrumbing, giving me small little donations. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing this and that.
Zero gratitude. That's part of your problem. A typical month starts with a $2 donation here from Sloven Culebra. I mean, it wouldn't be a month without that $2 donation, and it's almost always the first donation of the month. I'm grateful. I absolutely love it. You just demand more and more and more. Recently, I heard you say that somebody needs to donate you 10 racks. You're realizing, of course, that nobody's going to do that. You need to be grateful about the smallest things in this life, whether we're talking about tips or real life things.
I ain't worried about none of that, bro. I'm not going to be grateful for $2. You're funny. When I'm $1 million dude and I deserve mad money from everybody and paid everything for everybody and all their expenses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a boss. And you're upset because I built this ecosystem for me to not only survive, but thrive and hustle. Yeah, I want to live off donations. I'll tell you straight up. I think it's an amazing, great hustle. I'm a content creator. I'm here to get donations.
It's an amazing,
that's right,
great hustle.
Mm-hmm. It's not gratuity.
No.
It's donations. This is a business service.
Yeah, it's a great hustle. Sure is. $130 that it took you 3 months to generate. I would be grateful myself, but again, you're the guy that constantly brags about you just making all kinds of money on this thing, on this YouTube. And it just simply is not true. Never has been true, never will be true. None of us are dumb enough to believe that an absolute monk such as yourself would ever make even a dime here. Yep, that's right, even a dime. You're not engaging, you have no personality whatsoever, and you're completely incompetent at this. Anyway, since he was talking about money, let me grift a little bit. Down there at the bottom of your screen.
It's a service, right? I mean, you could say it's not a business, that's fine. But I provide a service, I'm doing something. You understand? Like, you got to pay. Nothing is free in this world, man. If I'm educating you, it requires payment. It's worth a lot more than what y'all acting like. The little dinky donations that you people send, it's not worth that. It's worth way more. So like I said, when you look at somebody's mindset like that they're so petty, and it's just, you're a grown adult, bro. And you're worried about, can I make him look some way like he's not appreciative? I'll give you all of that because
You just spent the last 2 minutes being non-appreciative. There's no debating that. There's no denying that. But what else do you have to say, asshole?
I'm a grown man, and see, you could never walk in my shoes because I've been on my own since I was 16. That's why it's so offensive. Yeah, nah, bro. I don't depend on other people.
I would not walk in your shoes because of the absolute lack of getting athletes' feet, if nothing else.
For my money. I go out and I get it. I've been doing that my entire life. You could never come close to me financially. I made every dime by myself.
I know it's athlete's foot, but I called it athlete's feet because if you got that from Tyree Sneed's shoes, oh, Lord, you've never seen anything like it. It would be like a a skin-eating bacteria.
I never had a family that gave me any money in account. Nothing. They never gave me a hedge fund. What are you talking about? I never had nobody do nothing for me. I used to live off 1 egg a day, off $5 a day. I used to go get one of those side juices and drink that pomegranate, right? Are you serious, man? I've had hard times all the time, and then I've been rich. I've gone back and forth. I've been in and out of jail. I've been in shelters. I've lived real life, man, and I'm proud of myself for that, right?
I screwed up a minute ago and used his actual name, but what I intend to do from here on out is to call him what is on your screen right now. Indeed, to me, his name is now Tywee Snerd. It just fits somehow.
I stand on my own.
Of course, if you just want to call him a son of a bitch, that's fine too.
I ain't never had no support system, ever. Every dime of money I made was from me and from God. So again, who are you talking to? Like, what?
Like,
see, that's the
what?
thing. I don't care about
Like,
that.
what?
I'm not on here trying to paint myself in a fake light.
You know, after he says, like, what? I guess, well, the argument's over. You win.
I don't use narc perception, sister. I'm not a narc. I'm not a narcissist. I'm an empath. I don't care how people feel.
You are not empathetic. You have no sympathy toward other people.
Feel about me. You see me, I've been talking the way I've been talking. I've never changed. It's the same way I talk every day. And do people donate to me? Yes, they do. And
occasionally, and I still don't understand it.
you get upset about it every single time. So apparently I'm doing something right. Apparently I treat the people
Okay, Mr. Metal Skull simply calls him retarded. What do you call him?
who donate to me with nothing but respect, right? And love. And what you're upset about is that I don't kiss up, right? Because I don't. I'm a grown man. I don't put up with no lip. I don't take anything from anybody. That's what you're upset at. Okay, you could have just said that. Instead of committing all these felonies.
You will engage in a fight with absolutely nobody. Why? Say it with me, kids, because I can't catch no felonies because I got to wear my bulletproof vest. Boy, if that's not an excuse for cowardice, I don't know what is. Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness, 42 minutes after the hour.
And indicting yourself on federal charges. See the point? You don't get it. This is my platform. I'll talk about all of it. I'm like Max B said, ask me anything. I'll tell you a level. That's what he said. Like, what are you talking about? We can talk about any topic you want. I got my enemies right where I want them, and I own you.
And it's 7 minutes after the hour if you're in Newfoundland and Labrador. One of these days, somebody from that region will subscribe to this channel. Maybe not.
This is what I do. Like, nah, like I said, I mean, if I'm sitting there and saying, yo, just let the show be, man, let me do my program, and you're going to keep on, doing what you're doing behind the scenes, okay, no problem. Let's talk about it then. Feel me?
Okay.
It's very odd. So see, that's the thing is, I don't talk about none of that stuff, and then all these people do nothing and allow them to do this stuff to try to, manipulate the content. You're not manipulating my content.
That made no sense. I mean, a lot of things that he says makes no sense, but that made less sense than usual. Wow, it's just every time I hear something I've never heard in my life, it just gets my attention.
I'm talking about reality and what's going on. Feel me? See, like I said, these people are silly, man. They want to act like they're clever or smart. If he was clever and smart, you would have been stopped me a long time ago. If he was clever and smart.
Okay, this one may go bye-bye anytime he has stopped.
Right? You would have stopped me from succeeding. If he was
Let's
clever,
move up here.
it just shows that I'm strong as hell. Let me explain something to you. You ain't doing nothing to me. You just proving that I'm always the bigger man. You proving that I'm strong as hell, and everything you doing is from a place of weakness. Listen, you don't have to validate my success. I never asked you for your opinion. I could care less. Feel me? I validated myself. My stuff is on bank statements, bro. There ain't no way to cover it up.
Your stuff's on bank statements. It sounds like past tense to me. Oh, you're recording this one. Okay, no panic then. Let me go ahead and go back. That's good news. Let me see here. I did what? Right about there, you think, kids? Let's see what happens.
If I'm educating you, that requires payment. It's
No,
worth a
no.
lot more than what y'all acting like. The little dinky donations that you people send, it's not worth that.
Okay, I
It's
think
worth
we
way
can
more.
move up a
So like I said,
little bit
when you
more.
look at somebody's mindset like that they're so petty, and it's just, Max B said, ask me anything, I'll tell you a level. That's what he said. Like, what are you talking about? We can talk about any topic you want. I got my enemies right where I want them, and I own you. This is what I do. Like, nah, like I said, I mean, if I'm sitting there and saying, yo, just let the show be, man, let me do my program, and you're going to keep on, doing what you're doing behind the scenes, okay, no problem. Let's talk about it then. Show me? It's very odd. So see, that's the thing is, I don't talk about none of that stuff, and then all these people do nothing and allow them to do this stuff to try to manipulate the content. You're not manipulating my content.
Okay.
I'm talking about reality and what's going on. Show me? See, like I said, these people are silly, man. They want to act like they're clever or smart. If you was clever and smart, you would have been stopped me a long time ago. If you was clever and smart, right, you would have stopped me from succeeding. If you was clever and smart, how come I got everything that you said?
We didn't have to stop you. When we found you, you have already stopped yourself. There is nobody to blame for your situation except you. Well, shit. Anyway.
That I didn't have. Yeah. How come I can go anywhere I want? How come everything you said was proven a lie? See, that's what they do. They go away for a little hot minute, then they plot how they're going to come back. Like, it don't work like that. Just, just go away. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all anybody's asking. Feel me? And like I said, they try to take advantage, but the more you take advantage, especially in the eyes of this system, they're going to see all that.
I don't know how I missed it, that guy. I'm over at Discord, and he sent me a video that we were talking about earlier about a $12,000 pair of AI glasses that you wear for golf. Like, wow, I'll have to watch that one later. I actually will. My man, technology, huh, kids?
They're going to see every bit of it, and they're going to be like, yeah, these people just don't learn.
Like if you go to, say, White Castle anymore, if you have one near you, a lot of them are using AI to take your order. You don't have to use it, though. Just sit there and say nothing. After about 30 seconds or so, you will talk to a real human being, which is what I suggest you do when dealing with AI in any way, shape, or form. As far as ordering fast food, you just sit there and wait on somebody.
You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if you was going about things legally the right way. Then you'd be smart.
If you just went about things the right way, you'd be smart. And then it goes black. And we got a little spinny. Everybody, that was a circle of infinite.
You'd be smart, but you're not. So when people are willing to, and they're getting tons of illegal felonies and crimes, just hoping that they can stop me or whatever, or, send anything my way, do anything towards me, cause me any stress, anything. I mean, it's all felonies. You can't do that with anyone. I mean, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, I don't like that this guy is successful. I'm going to do this. That's not how it works. So you need to wake up to reality. You understand? So like I said, I do my YouTube program. I ain't talking to none of these folks. I'll say what I want and do what I want. So what's good? See,
not your show, not any of your shows. They're all about you. I mean, these shows are too, but in a different way. I'm definitely not a self-centered host in no way, shape, or form. 49 minutes after the hour, let me hit the candy-colored button, and let's get back to more Dome.
I got one life to live, man. I realize that, and it's a beautiful life, and I don't worry about folks who ain't.
Stop already.
Who don't want to see me happy.
Old browsers, man, I'm telling you. And right now, my memory usage on my computer is 90%. Old Betsy is not happy with me right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's halfwit.
I don't care what you do.
Okay. Now I'm getting beach balls on my end. Could be a bit of an overload situation. Let me open the memory cleaner and see if I can't give this thing some CPR. Right now, what's going on is everything's just spinning.
To be honest, I don't care what you tell yourself. I don't care what y'all think.
Well, that was certainly interesting, was it not? Hello to Halfwit. I don't know. I may have welcomed you before the mega glitch, but I'm not sure.
I care about what's going on here. And I'm running this program right. I'm getting my money every single live stream. I'm exposing you. I'm saying the truth. I'm going about things in the right positive manner, positive light, positive way, right? And see, that's the thing. What they are is they all affiliate with the addicts and the people who can't succeed and never have succeeded. Again, how is that fair? And it just goes to show none of you are thugs or real gangsters or real criminals.
Oh, fuck no. Hell no. I got arrested for drunk driving over 40 years ago, and I got a ticket about 15 years ago. No, I'm not a criminal. I am not a criminal. I have no idea why you talk like this.
Because real criminals wouldn't be this petty. You're all just a joke. You're all grown adults that want to be childish and act immature. That's the truth.
That sounds like a lot of work, Halfwood. It really does.
So that's what you found out. That's what I found out about the world, is that all these things that are happening, it all is actually stemming from a bunch of adults who are immature. All of it. All that stuff with cartel, all that stuff with these fake gang organizations, they're all fake. They're all false claiming, all false flogging. All of them are false, right? They're all fake. I'm calling all y'all out 100%. I've been doing that this entire time. So they're already scared. They shook. They know that when I get this money and Batman's in the streets, moving around on bat pods and tumblers and tanks, they know what time it is. They know who run everything. They know who the boss is. They know who the macho man. Why don't you just get back to brass tacks? I'm the macho tough gangster, right? And no, it's just when I speak, I watch my language, because I know that people have an agenda, and that's as far as I'll go with it. You understand? I know what people want to do because they already tried to do it and it didn't really work. You understand? So like I said, these people, they want leverage. It's impossible because, you know, by law, you can't approach me and can't contact me. I'm not talking to you. So I don't owe y'all nothing at this point. If these people are continuing to contact me behind the scenes, somehow, when I'm literally trying to make sure every means is closed for anyone to do so, then I'm just going to ignore them, because that's the answer. You feel me? That's the answer. That's what has to happen, and that's how it's going to have to be.
I feel dumber after listening to that.
So, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, people can tell themselves what they want. People can do what they want. People can, I don't know. I don't really care what they do. But us, we're going to keep on building more business, keep on building businesses, keep on being successful with this business. As Batman, I've been nothing but successful.
You're generating checks every 3 months and you're begging on the street. Your idea of success, I don't understand.
Everything they say is a lie. I mean, like I said, it's cute when it's funny for a minute when you're not making sense, so we think it's funny. When you start trying to act like you're serious, that's disturbing. And that's what these folks do. It's very odd. But yeah, no, none of it's real. None of it exists. It's all fake. And they're fake. And that's basically how they operate and what they do. And I could honestly care less, because it ain't got nothing to do with me or anything that I'm doing. You understand? See, over here, I'm real as it gets. Everything with me, it speaks for itself. Feel me?
Oh, I think that's enough for the begging, Chiron, at the bottom of your screen. What the hell? Let me put up another begging, Chiron. Negative 43 TV, 54 minutes after the hour. such a dynamic show. You know what I mean?
They got something going on over here today.
Oh, do they?
It's a bunch of people.
That you'll avoid.
But yeah, man, like I said,
Yep.
what I do is hard work. I got good videos again today. Had a good training day. I keep on doing my thing. And I just love it, man. You know,
we have been here 2 hours on Negative 43 TV Saturday Madness, and we continue.
My lifestyle right now, I love it. I enjoy it. I do what I enjoy. I love working out and training, man. I love getting stronger. For me, it's surreal that, you know, it's just crazy because, you know, people are actually understanding it. Like, people see, yeah, the dude is superhuman. I've proven it. I mean, the capacity I operate at is way past normal. And I just turned it up on folks and showed you.
Everything about you is way past normal. Way past normal. I think he may have projected there.
Show what I'm capable of a little bit, and people are like, what the hell? You know, my name's about to go viral, man. Trust me. So all I have to focus on is truth. Reading came out today. It said, don't believe in the lies, believe in the truth. Right. Y'all know the truth, man. You know the truth that I'm amazing, that I took care of everyone, that I've done everything right in my.
We know the truth that none of that is true. None of that will ever be true. That is what we are aware of, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time again. It's time for the pit boss. And that means smoke them if you got them. Have a sip of your favorite beverage. Maybe make some nachos or something. It's all about whatever makes you happy right here on Negative 43 TV.
My life. And that's the thing. It's just a very serious matter when someone goes about trying to slander my name and hides behind the computer and the phone and thinks that that's a cute thing. They're like, come on, bro, that's clear as day what they're trying to do, right? Right? They're trying to play with me, right? You're trying to play with a gangster online, right? So come on, bro. Like, and for me to be this strong that I have to put up with that, it's not right, right? But it just shows that I'm strong as hell. Let me explain something to you. You ain't doing nothing to me. You just proving that I'm always the bigger man. You proving that I'm strong as hell, and everything you doing is from a place of weakness. Listen, you don't have.
How do we prove that you're strong as hell? How do we prove that? That's up to you to prove that. I think you got it backwards.
To validate my success. I never asked you for your opinion. I could care less. Feel me? I validated myself.
From Australia, you know him and you love him. It's Downrange. He's having a bowl after getting off of work on a Saturday.
So, my stuff is on bank statements, bro. There ain't no way to cover it up.
Bank statements. Was. Boy, he's just really electric on this one, too, isn't he? Just so entertaining. No, this isn't difficult at all. That may not be completely truthful. All right, let's see what the hell's going on here. Nothing like having to tap dance to fill time here. Let's grab the slider of destiny, move to the right. And what are we looking for, kids? We're looking for the circle of mouth, and we're looking for it right now. Here we go. Okay. If you're epileptic or have sensitivities in that manner, you may not want to look at the screen right now. Apparently, we're going to get some white flashes going here. Yep, like that one right there. And that one right there. That may have been the show, kids. Let me let it go and see what happens. Yep, a true professional ending to this one. As always, he simply doesn't know how to do anything. I am imagining that tying his shoes is quite the difficult task for him. Yeah. Let's see. I'm seeing beach balls. Hopefully you're still hearing me and everything. There we go. Let's go solo layout. Yep, let's go solo layout, he says. I clicked on it. Nothing's happening. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. This poor thing is just so very, very overworked. The memory usage is at 90%. I have the memory cleaner open, and basically what I'm doing is performing CPR on old Betsy so we can continue the show. That's dedication to task right there on negative 43 TV. That was I Went with the Truth. I'm the only self-made trillionaire who ever existed. Blah, blah, blah. It sure was. So we're going to go back again. I promise you we are going to go back again as soon as my browser decides that is something that it wants to do. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think. Oh, God, what to do. It's like if I click on anything, something's going to happen. I mean, that's good. Pardon me. It's good, but it's, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's a bit of work. Let's click on, there it is. I clicked on it. Yeah, that might have something to do with this entire issue. Just might.
You can hear it in my voice too. I don't know. I was kind of feeling like I was maybe getting sick yesterday.
Getting sick yesterday. Okay. All right. We're going to do it. We're going to do it live. We're going to clean the cache right here on Saturday Madness.
And I don't know if it has
just what you came here for, I'm certain. Click on clean browser data. This thing could go sideways, kids. I have an ancient computer that is at the edge of its sanity right here on negative 43 TV. Let's see if anything happens. I'd hate to end the show on this note. I really, really would. It's been such a great show so far. Except for all of this bullshit, of course. Okay, we are popping up.
to do with,
popping up. Come to,
like I said, what I'm going through physically or what. I have no idea. I don't really even know what's going on. But
oh shit.
You know, I don't really have a choice, man. You know, I gotta try to work. Okay, honey, I love you.
Okay, honey, I love you. I'm not a simp or a sucker or anything, right? Oh boy, here we go. He hits clear data now. This will either save the show or crush the show. Yes, indeed. Richbartone doing something he should have done 3 hours ago, live just for you. Okay. All I can do now is hope, kids. All right. Oh boy, nothing like infinite circles. I'm telling you.
So yeah, I don't know. It's weird because, like I said yesterday, I moved.
Yeah, it just gets so weird around here.
You know, I know it's like one of my ribs. You know, people don't understand. You have a lot of ribs. It's not just like the regular rib area. But I felt it move yesterday, and I had been waiting for it to, hoping that it would be a good thing.
All right.
But, you know, now it ain't seeming like that all of a sudden. So I just don't get it. Like, I was good, and then, I don't know, I woke up and...
The cache has, in fact, been cleared. Thank you for the little tip there, Warza. You know what hasn't been cleared? The coffee that I've been drinking all day long. I will be back in about 45 seconds. This won't take long. This is going to be a high-pressure situation. Negative 43 TV. I'm Richbartone, sharing far too much information on this Saturday. It is called Saturday Madness, after all. I'll be right back.
It was like worse. So, the way I look at it, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, man. I'm not going to sit here and do what y'all do where you approach everything with fear. I just refuse. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong by living my life. I'm not doing anything wrong by getting up and getting going and exercising and working out. Come on, man. It's all these people, all you people who doing everything wrong, who don't want to help and don't want to show any support. You understand? And like I said, I'm going to stay on all y'all about this because it's inexcusable, man. Like I said, I went through this whole 2 years. I did all this by myself, funded it all out of my own pocket. And you congratulate and reward success. That's what's wrong with these people. You don't try to treat people anyway or punish success, you reward it. Y'all are backwoods, homie. And that's why you do what you do. Yeah, like I said, that stuff is fake though. Y'all ain't even real people. You don't act like that. That's not who you are. Y'all get on computers and pretend. See, this is the thing. I don't give people a choice to pretend with me. You're gonna be who you are.
Oh man.
Right? When you deal with me.
So
You're
much
gonna be-
better here on Negative 43 TV. Say hello to Vladimir Putin, even though he's been here for about a
Be
minute.
the real you. You understand? I'm
Say hi again. What the heck?
a real boy. I could care less about anything anybody got to say, bro. Feel me? Like I said, every time that I go live, the reason we don't have a chat is clear as day because they're not talking to me. They're sitting there literally, you know, making illegal statements towards me and saying a bunch of weird stuff.
Saying that you fucking suck is not an illegal statement. It is an accurate statement. There's a difference.
So they're just sitting there waiting for me to go live. And like I said, it's inexcusable. And I can tell by the way these people moving around me, I can tell by the way they do things that they know what's up. That's the funniest part. They all shook, I'm telling you, and they know that what they're doing is wrong. And they know that they've been caught red-handed because, like I said, it wasn't just folks on the internet, man. They talk to everyone. All these people have been in on this. All of them. You understand? And God sees all, and God is delivering karma. It's just that simple. Yeah, no, what did y'all expect? You expected a grown man to not stand up for himself? What did the grown man do every single time?
Apparently dress up like Batman and walk in circles in blazing heat all day long. That seems to be the obvious answer to that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a sponsor. Can you believe it? I certainly can't. Anyway, this portion of our show is brought to you by Sneedville Financial Services, where the idea is to go broke.
These people are silly. They want to act like they don't know my history. Like every time that there was an issue or problem, I showed up to the bout. Anytime that it was time to stand up for myself, I stood up for myself. Anytime that it was time to go into the streets, I went to the streets. Anytime that it was time to get busy, I went and got busy. Again, I don't know who anybody thinks they talking to.
We're talking to you. You're a complete pussy. None of that ever happened, and you have several excuses why you will not fight. I would say shut your fucking mouth, but if you did, I wouldn't have a show. So keep being dumb. You're on Negative 43 TV.
But I ain't the one, homie. You feel me? I don't play about nothing. You understand?
Everything's a
So, like I said, everybody's been G-checked, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's been addressed directly to their face. So, like I said, when people do actions, it's got to make sense, man. You understand? Nobody's pressing me. Nobody's telling me nothing. And like I said, these people want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to be on both sides of the token, right?
Both sides of the token? Now, I've heard him say that before, and it doesn't make any more sense now than it did the last time he said it.
On the internet. You can't have control hiding behind phones on the internet, bro. It's silly. You understand?
No, but please say something. Oh my God, please say something.
It's all these folks. All of them. They're entitled. They're no good. Ain't none of y'all rich. They had another, that dude had his fake chat open today. And they ain't talking to him like that.
No, Tyree, I am not rich. In fact, speaking of not rich, join me as I attempt to find out whether Chime is open again on an Android system. It's been down all day. What would be typically payday? We got the circle here, and please check your connection. No, it's still down. It's still down, and I can't get to my money. Now, fortunately, the money that I had on the cards at the time this thing did this was not enough to even worry about.
There ain't no one else on YouTube that goes live and has to deal with that type of nonsense. With them doing the same thing over.
There's hundreds of people that go through the same nonsense.
Over and over again, issuing illegal statements towards me. It's only me.
Nope.
So, like I said, people are being petty, man, and I don't got time for it. I don't get different treatment than everybody else. See, that's why you're contradictory, because people like you run around, you try to put false labels on people, right? You try to put false labels on people if people never ever get out your way. You try to put false labels on people, but all them labels apply to you, right? So, like,
that's projection, or more what he would be driving at would be, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me, it sticks to you. He is, in fact, that juvenile.
think it's funny.
Or juvenile, your choice.
Right? Like, golly, man, how more entitled can we get? They're everywhere, bro. Like, you can't get away from them. And all any of them do is just sit around doing nothing. What's the point?
Well,
like, real talk. It's irritating, man. You know what I mean? Ain't none of these people making no money. Ain't none of these people rich, like I said. None of these people are anybody, homie. None of them. So, like I said, treatment has to be fair, right? Like I said, I don't need a chat room on here. If that's how this company is going to do things, that's fine. It's going into the federal lawsuit. You understand? Like I said, I'm not going to be given different treatment anymore. We never put up with it. We're not going to now. The treatment has to be equal. You understand? I have equal rights. So like I said, these people, they want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to label people the things they openly are. Yeah, that stuff doesn't work, man. It's all been exposed, bro. Y'all been exposed, man.
I'll tell you what, I have absolutely fallen in love with the preheat button on my new battery, and it's a bad thing because it really chews your shit up. Ladies and gentlemen, all rise and bow. It's Shamrock here on Negative 43 TV. I was going to call a lid on Smoke 'em if you got 'em right now, but I'm not going to do it now because Shamrock is here, and it is time, as it always is, for the rare, the so perfect four-leaf shamrock, upper right-hand corner, if you will. And when you see that, you Smoke 'em if you got 'em is still on.
Everybody knows the truth, bro. Everybody knows where you stand and how y'all are. Feel me? That's why people don't take you seriously. So yeah, like I said, it don't work that way. You got to make a claim and stand on it. You got to stand on business. And since all y'all are incapable of doing that, well, you can go ahead and miss me with anything you have to say. See my point?
No.
I don't need to listen to folks, right, yapping and flapping their gums and making no sense who ain't talking about nothing. Like I said, they got a chat open today. They got a dude. He's another one, right? Another one who was a fan forever, right? And I found out was weird too, and put him in his place, told him what it was. So they run over to these other people, right, who they don't follow and don't know from Adam. It's just weird, right? And you got to understand, they in chats talking about, yeah, you say this and that. I make $100K a year. Homie, none of you make any money. What do you mean?
So far, since I've received limited monetization, I can only take super chats. I am not in AdSense. I've made a check every month, thanks to the generosity of the good people of Sneedville. Every single month, I have received a check, and it's not due to me. It's due to the good people of Sneedville. Again,
Tyree Sneed makes the most money on the internet.
just bathe in that one for a minute. Tyree Sneed makes the most money on the internet. Does he even have a brain at this point? I imagine if you removed his brain from his skull, it would be as smooth as a new ball of silly putty.
Y'all don't get paid on here.
And every bit as intelligent.
all that talking about I do this, I do that, put up the receipts. So this is the thing. The only way that conversation works.
And a good evening to Hatfield McCoy. I think I introduced you earlier. I think God knows there's been so much going on with this particular show, yet somehow I managed to keep it straight and weather the storm. So welcome, Hatfield.
Is you got to put up.
Welcome, Kenny P. He's here now too.
Receipts. I don't have to put up receipts because all my receipts are public. Everything I ever did, I displayed and showed and proved. And you people wanted to dismantle all of it, my hard work, right? So my receipts are.
Your life has been dismantled ever since I found out who the hell you were.
Already documented publicly.
Or I guess I should say.
Y'all got to understand, we are all grown adults, bro.
Uh-huh.
If you're going to have a conversation, have the conversation for what it is. Feel me? Don't talk about no fake finances when all y'all is struggling. You understand? They just sit there. That's what.
You know, kids, I really wish DZ would show up.
What they do, for some reason, they think that's a good move to go to chat rooms and type fake stuff. Talking about, I make over 100K a year.
And I wish Frost would show up too, but that just goes unspoken. That's obvious.
I'll pay for everything right now. So that's what y'all do. Y'all trying to act like y'all missed the money bags on YouTube. Everybody got money. Okay, well then how come it doesn't reflect? None of y'all look like you got no money, bro. Y'all look like you struggling. I look like I'm doing better than all of you.
You look like a grown man dressed for Halloween in a very macabre version of a Batman outfit. That's what seems to be going on here to me.
All of you. See, they want to say things that make no sense. They said something about.
They bring the party, and both of them are near and dear to my heart.
They're so delusional. They said something.
Just like you are. Yeah, you sitting right there. Yeah, you.
About everybody's doing better than you. Okay, so you own a mansion? What? You pay over $100 for a car lot every month? I thought you said you make $100K a year.
Back on camera.
Right, because you don't. Because all y'all do is talk nonsense and lie. No, I'm going to hold you accountable to what you said. Like what? I'm sorry. I'm not doing well?
No.
Because you said something a million miles away on a computer? Because you wanted to.
No, you're not doing really well because you're mentally ill. You're absolutely incompetent to handle your own affairs. You got bad DNA to start with, and as you went down the road, why it crumbled. It crumbled. Certainly your mind did. Certainly your brain did.
The type of lie? I'm doing great, partner. What do you mean?
Got a brain the size of an emu.
Like, nah, I could use some more money. That's on y'all. I'm making my checks. As usual, I'm holding my end of the bargain. I'm doing my part. Nobody else is doing nothing. Nothing.
We have a new arrival here in Sneedville. Let me put this one up on the screen. This is good. Please welcome to town Timu Warranty Center. Oh, I'm really liking that. And Timu says, our bat masks are designed for kids and no warranty given to those over 12 or those with low IQ.
Oh, y'all are just sitting there. Like I said, I have to wait for my checks. We all know this, right?
And here's another read it for the listeners coming from downrange. His DNA is breaking down like IKEA furniture.
I'm running that check up as we speak. It's already over $130. So I'm doing.
Yeah, Timu Warranty Center. I'm liking that a lot.
Doing my job. It's not my job to do other people's job for them. So again, what do you mean? I'm not doing well, but I got my own business. You see how backwards they are and how silly they are? But you don't own a business. I'm the CEO.
Dutchie, now you mention it, we have not seen Nega here.
Of my major company.
Certainly not tonight.
I'm a major media company. That's who I am.
Whoa!
CEO Tyree Steve right here. Can you see? You're looking at a CEO talking to me about, or talking in chats about fake money you don't have. It ain't about money. It's about ownership. See, you don't even know business. You're not even a part of any conversation. What? And the worst part is, you make up fake digits. None of y'all have any bread. Not one of them. None of them have any money.
Nope.
So what's...
Nobody's making up any numbers around here. Absolutely nobody is making up numbers around here. The truth is we have several people in Sneedville that have been very, very successful. And you can be as jealous of them as you want. And it will not change the reality that we have people here in Sneedville that are genuinely accomplished, some of them to a professional level. You have problems wiping your ass.
the point? You understand? Right.
Yeah, Skull Kid. Now, Skull Kid's the one that I haven't seen in the longest time, as a matter of fact. I hope he's okay.
Right. I see all y'all. I see you. I see all y'all, man. All of them on the same thing, bro. They know they messed up. All of them, all these people, they know they messed up. When they try to come at me wrong, verbally or however, talk to me anyway, and I keep reminding them. We operate above the feds, man.
Yeah, I know Hatfield. I'd love to see them all. I'd love to see them all right this very minute.
Not only am I the CEO of my own companies, I'm the boss of this entire everything. This entire program, I've run out my own pocket. We've got more done than every agency put together. And you want to sit here and talk about fake money. You see how silly you are? It ain't about money. It's about the purpose. It's about the results you get. What?
And you're getting no results whatsoever. I'm Richbartone. Now it's time for the Brownsville, Texas weather. Right now it's 86 degrees in Brownsville. 10% chance of precipitation today. Not really likely. 67% humidity. It's a little bit sticky out there. And tonight we are expecting a low of 78 degrees. So there's no reason to put a fan in the window. It's one of those nights where if you don't have air conditioning, you're fucked. I'm Richbartone, and now it's time for more Tyree Sneed. Do something like that, Tyree.
The streets are safe out here. That's the fact. Everybody knows it because of who? Batman. You understand? It's a real thing. Feel me? Thank you, honey. If you can, keep typing to me, please. And if it doesn't give me the notifications, I'll go in there and check. But I'd like to have you chime in with me as much as you can. But like I said, just bear with me because I'm really going through it. What I told you is really,
You're really going through it, and she's not going through anything because she's not real. It's Raleigh Jones. That's exactly who it is. If it isn't Raleigh, whoever it may actually be, this whole thing became homoerotic some time ago. You know that they've had an email relationship. You know that, right? You know that.
I'm going through it. But, yeah, so.
No, about the only thing that you really missed, Sticky, is I had some severe technical difficulties about 10, 15 minutes ago. In that aspect, this has not been the easiest show, but old Betsy's doing her best.
I mean, no, I own more wealth than the illusion of Trump could ever come close to.
Okay.
I own buildings. I have billions in equity, mansion and estate.
Don't say it again.
Jewelry, 530 on my wrist. Got you pissed, Coach.
Yeah, that is probably the highlight of the show so far. Thank you very much for that. Downrange. Yeah, he's starting an OnlyFans. Yeah, I know.
About equity, it's not about money. Equity costs money. How do you think I bought all the equity? All cash. So when you floss cash, and if you got it, flaunt it, right? Like Tupac said, you got it, flaunt it, right? Only if you want it. Yes, I really want it. Only if you want it. Yeah.
Oh boy, did I stop that? It's possible. No, that's from him. Oh man, the incompetence of everything. All right.
It only if you want it. Yes, I really want it, right? Y'all don't get. I'm like the Eazy-E of this game. I'm the street gangster. I'm the real hardcore. It's time for the real G's, right? That everybody know who the real gangsta is, online and off. It's time for the real G's to run this. We run everything coast to coast. I wasn't done. Mineral rights, oil royalties, stock settlement lawsuit with over 70,000 shares of a stock that I got, and that's why I'm in that. They're going to have to pay me something. They stole my inheritance. They got to give me all that. I probably got properties in Cali of millions of dollars. Wody. Christina's negotiating a settlement. We're guaranteed $6.8 million, looking at potentially 30 to 50 million plus. I think it's going to be more.
Looking at potentially $30 to $50 million. He is without a doubt. I mean, it's a big world out there, but it seems to me that he's probably going to be the most gullible person that you will ever meet in your life. It's just, man, there isn't a hook out there that he won't bite. Not a one.
Sorry, but what? Again, who told you folks to start running your mouth and ignoring reality? That was not a good decision. You need,
or as it says, he's just like Eazy-E in one major way.
You need to quit listening to that individual. That's the individual who's responsible for getting them all locked up in prison.
You know, Sticky never ever apologized for being at work. That's a good thing. Listening in and out, hey, that's fine. Whenever you can step in, step in.
And every single one of them is guaranteed to do prison time. Don't worry about money.
Bender Boys Records. Now that you mention it, Dutchie, Bender Boys Records. That was great.
It's a silly thing to worry about right now, cuzzy. Isn't it? Freedom matters before anything else. Christina just gave me an update. 6.87 million guaranteed. That's what we're looking at over here. And these folks, they know it's real. So this is what they've been doing, honey. They issue the illegal statements.
You know, around this house, the only hope that we have for anything like that is if Mrs. Baritone gets lucky with a scratch off. She's one of those women. She loves her scratch offs. And one time she hit for $50,000. $50,000. We had a hell of a time. Didn't really have much to show for it afterwards, but we had a great time. I am here to tell you.
They keep on doing the same thing. I'm not going to talk about it all clearly, right? Because that's what they want. And they're trying to give me the hardest time possible, talking behind the scenes when I'm just trying to promote and be able to communicate and have a chat for my fans only. And, it's just impossible to do.
Right. It's impossible to do because you have no fans. You have no fans whatsoever. What you have would probably be referred to as anti-fans. Any entertainment value that your streams have, they don't have any really at all right off the top. They need to be processed into comedy, and that's what we do here on Negative 43 TV. And it is amazing what we come up with, because this ore that you send us, that this material, it's not good.
And then all they do is I say, don't talk about my girlfriend, don't say my girlfriend's name. And everything I'm asking them to not do, and just basic respect and boundaries, they want to not listen. Right? I mean, like I said, I'm not interested in talking to people like that.
Well,
we're looking at guaranteed $6.87 million. All these people are going to start realizing how real all this is, how real Christina is, right? We're all about to be rich over here, partner. Truly. And guess what?
What?
Then it's riding time.
Ooh.
It ain't no talking time. Batman gets in the streets and starts riding. You feel me? I get busy and
Batman gets in the streets and boards a Greyhound bus.
I go to work and I take on all these league organization head on, like I've been doing this entire time, but on a different level. I'm just going to do the same thing with more resources. See the point? I already won as Ghetto Batman with a budget. And Ghetto Batman wasn't no little money.
Ghetto Batman with a budget. You just can't convince normies that things like this actually exist on YouTube. I mean, people like Tyree Sneeder here, they wouldn't believe that something like Sneedville would exist on YouTube. No idea about what amounts to subcultures out here on YouTube, and it is amazing. It really is.
$1,300 bath cycles, right? This bulletproof vest costs thousands of dollars. You can't wear this if you have a felony. Half y'all that want to be Batman couldn't do what I do because you're not smart. See the point? Not a
That came from Timu, and Timu Warranty Center is here to confirm it if we need it confirmed. Please stop. No, again, don't. I wouldn't have a show.
about just being overly aggressive all the time.
Hey,
See, like that dude, revving his engine.
I wouldn't have a show unless a narcissistic, paranoid, schizophrenic gets on YouTube. You think about that for a minute, maybe that doesn't sound so well, but then you're here and you realize everything's okay.
But what? You overcompensate. That's weakness. See, y'all are too busy acting out of character to make any money or get anywhere. We move at a snail's pace over here. It's the tortoise and the hare. Who won the race? The tortoise.
We move at a snail's pace over here. Okay, he just managed to cope his way out of the fact that he's done nothing. He's gotten worse, and he's continuing to degrade. But yet he managed to find a way to cope with it. Good for him, I suppose.
Tortoise.
Yes.
This is not about moving fast. No. Slow and steady wins the race. So y'all just don't get it. We're building an empire here. We're building a conglomerate.
We're building empire. If you're of a certain age, you'll get that reference.
Enterprises. This is being built in front of your eyes. This is legendary. I'm making history. Talking about money. Let me make this real clear. God provides my funding. I will always be rich. Can you hear? We good. Boy, always. Just like yesterday, out of nowhere, somebody donated $2 on Venmo. What? There, we got a wave from an 18-wheeler truck driver. I'm a celebrity, not just locally, all over the nation and the world, right?
You just got away from a truck driver, so let me see. You just did a swish and swallow, and well, I'll just let that joke stand alone.
And what I'm doing is 100% real.
Swish and swallow.
And everybody knows it. I mean, do you understand the epic proportions? I am literally on Mount Sinai and Mount Olympus compared to you people. We're not talking no more. There's nothing to talk about with none of you folks on YouTube.
Oh, this is rated for the listeners' material. It's from Downrange, who says he's opening a Blumpkin factory, dog. Gonna be like Bucky's, serving truckers. Gonna call it Bat Sucky.
I'm here to talk to God and Christina and real fans. And I'm expanding this business. I'm done waiting. I'm done acting like I should be scared and to do anything because I got people.
Another read it for the listeners. This one from Timu Warranty Center, who says we did sell a kid's costume to Brownsville. It got lost in transit, and we may have now found it.
People stalking me. Like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm going to do what I need to do and promote this business and meet new people and communicate so I can try to get more money, right, out of everything I'm doing. That's what anybody should do.
No, Batman is screwed straight off the bus, Kenny. No, he can't deal with it. He knows he can't deal with it, and that's why he just stays his ass in Brownsville, because up to this point, it's the only place in the world he can do this shit.
That's a smart move. Do you not agree, honey? Expanding this business is the name of the game. Like, she doesn't mind me talking to folks. I got to talk to people, man. This is part of my job. Christina trusts me. She knows she doesn't have anything to worry about. You know, it's been going on.
Talk to people. You're complaining of isolation as of late, and we love it.
This entire time. I mean, did I not prove I'm trustworthy? Yeah. I don't have to prove nothing. Christina knows what it is. So I trust Christina. Christina trusts me. I'm just trying to figure out how to expand and promote this company. I need to. I got to. Because I can get this moving at an even faster pace that way, right? I just don't like compromising my information. I don't like telling strangers.
He doesn't compromise his information, yet he tells everybody everything right here on YouTube. It would be amazing if it wasn't so damn stupid.
Who I am, because they're all malicious and they're just weird. Like, everybody's just praying for my downfall. They're not happy to see me winning or doing anything.
We are praying for your downfall, and we've never seen you win anything. Ever. So it's not really a big concern. It's just entertainment.
Like right now, bro, I just paid the phone bill. I only got like $20 in my bank account. That's all I got. I don't have a responsibility to have a bunch of money on me at all times. I got $20.
Then you need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth. You are not what you say you are, and anybody with any brain at all knows it. It's this kind of stupidity is why most people don't hang around Sneedville. They just can't take you. It's not any of the restreamers or snipers, whatever you care to call us. It's nobody in Sneedville. You know.
To save that bank account and keep it moving. Yeah. And I got to make it till this long, till July 21st. I'm going to be vulnerable in myself and honest with people. Right? The dude donated $2. What are you talking about? You can't just come over here and present concepts that don't exist. They tried to say something while they're committing a felony, right? Talking behind the scenes about how I do things. I treat everybody with respect. That's a given. The things you said that I stated, I never said. And I caught you in the act lying. And then you started using intermittent communication. And you committed illegal use of a telecommunication device.
By communicating intermittently. So that girl that you may have taken out like 6 months ago that never called you back, intermittent communication, that bitch going to jail, yo.
I have that evidence. So as hard as it is to endure that when you're handling the situation right and being polite and nice and you're trying to talk and they're trying to talk over you and you're trying to tell them the conversation was over an hour and you're literally just sending whatever messages to my phone that you can through this whatever chat, like, right, on purpose. Like, that's not immature because you know that it'll have an effect. It would on anybody. See what I'm saying? Super petty. I've treated everybody with respect. I don't need to be grateful for $2.
Yes, you do.
I'm not a $2 type of dude. So again, the dude who donated the $2, I told them thank you, and I said, please continue to show your support.
Why would anybody give him any money to start with? But now he's shitting all over that $2 donation that he says he appreciates, but he actually doesn't because it wasn't 10 G's. This man's ask is getting very, very, very high.
But $2 ain't nothing. I'm not going to sit here and act with you people that breadcrumbing is the way to go. How are you going to tell me how to run my business? But the people that you're doing all this stuff for and with, working with, they literally, they're who talks to their audience like that, and they don't have a show or an audience or a monetized channel. And they try to live off donations.
I have all of those, and I don't live off of donations, but I will say this about the tips that I receive and the time of month that I get them. It tends to be a lifesaver. If you're on a fixed income, as they used to say, such as myself and Mrs. Baritone, after about the 12th of the month, you're pretty much hanging on until your next check. That payment on the 21st is just, it's appreciated. I just don't even have the words.
All of you are, because you formed a group. So y'all literally are surviving and living off of donating to each other. And then you got the go and audacity to come over to me on the internet, follow me around, commit felonies in the process, federally indict yourself on federal charges, incriminate yourself, to tell me a lie and try to tell me I'm someone I'm not. What?
You are a madman. You are not Batman. You have never been Batman. You are a fallen rich kid. You are a closeted homosexual in denial of your sexuality, let's say.
You said that you were upset about people's actions. And I said, all my actions are right, though. And then that's why they don't want to let you talk. They're trying to cover up the truth. What is the point of that? This isn't a courtroom. You're not talking in front of an audience. The only thing that matters is when it's in front of the world. We're in front of the world right now. I've given y'all a chat for the past, I don't know how many years. You ain't said none of this stuff because you know it doesn't exist. Don't say and do things behind the scenes and think it's not going to come to light when I have it all documented, right? If you got something to say, say it in front of everybody.
Red Pill is here, and old Betsy is absolutely fighting for her life right now, but still working.
Buddy, right? So again, I treat everybody with respect. That's a given. That's not something I have to. I don't have to defend my position or myself from lies. These people are upset, man. They mad because they can't dismantle my empire. They can't dismantle my business. This is about strategy. Like I said, but yet no other YouTuber and nobody who's doing their career and their livelihood has to worry about an actual whole organization that's an underground.
It's about strategy. It seems to be about just walking in circles all day long. It really does. Go thing, please.
A legal organization. I'm the one that's being targeted. No one else has to worry about that, about trying to keep my livelihood moving and keep my business going because these people are just against me, right? Because I'm the truth and because I've exposed them. This is not an easy career, okay? You're going to get a lot of people who are disgruntled, whatever, but you're not going to lie. No, you're not. I'm not going to let nobody lie on my name. You're not going to say that I've done anything I haven't done or that I've done anything wrong. You people owe me money. I've been nothing but nice to all of you. So, this
is being nice. This is being nice. And no, I don't owe you a fucking dime, and neither does anybody else.
I said, that's the facts. You have no right to be acting the way that you're acting. And you all, like cowards, when I was in person, y'all acted one way, and you were kissing up and being fake and catty. And then when I left, because I had to go to work and do what I need to do to make my money, you ran to the internet and started slandering and running a smear campaign that has already backfired. I don't got time for people stuck in the past. That stuff has been over with. What are you talking about? The whole public knows the truth. What? That's what they do. So you gonna
a programming note. I don't think we're going to make it much longer. Betsy is using 93% of her memory right now, and I keep just repeatedly using the cleaner, and it's not going below 90%. So let's see what happens here. But I have a feeling that this will probably end at the top of the hour. We'll see how we do.
You're going to talk to me like all these hours and days I spent on live didn't accomplish what it did? Right, they're trying to get somebody upset because they know they don't have leverage for court. Okay, let me explain this to you one more time, buddy. I told you, stop trying to do that because when you do that, it wouldn't matter how I responded. I can respond any way I want. I don't have to.
Okay, Smoke 'em if you got 'em is over for right now. Maybe over for the show. Again, it's all going to depend on old Betsy at this point. So let us replace the gorgeous, the beautiful, the oh so rare four-leaf shamrock and replace it with this Blumpkin smile. I mean, it's a bad exchange and everything, but that's kind of what I'm hoping will happen. I clicked on it. And nothing, and I do mean nothing, seems to be occurring. Boy, I don't know how much longer we're going to be here. There's a beach ball. Always love to see those beach balls. It's the international symbol of fucked.
To control my emotions when you're bothering me and committing a felony, and you have no business speaking to me, and you were informed of that. Okay? I can do no wrong now. There's nothing you can do. You can't play victim.
Oh, God.
Y'all can't walk into a courtroom,
What,
right?
Betsy?
Because you're a criminal. I have so much evidence, it's unbelievable. See, you think it works one way, that people don't have to listen to me. We're not putting up with that anymore. I have all evidence. I don't deal with people who are irrelevant. This is a federal court, Supreme Court matter. What you've done is serious as it gets, and you're well aware of what you're doing. And you're aware of the prison time that comes along with it. If you can't do the time, right, don't do the crime, brothers and sisters. Okay?
Wow, I think he...
So again, what you're showing...
I think he may have gotten that backwards. Indeed, I think he did get it backwards. So what he's basically saying is, don't bother keeping your eye on the sparrow. If you get that joke, you are of a certain age.
Is how weak you are and how strong I am. Look at all I've endured. Look at all that you're still trying to send my way, hiding online. And this is the way of the world now. All these cowards, they want to hide and then pretend they're showing you something while they say names and try to talk down. That's cowardly. Like I said, but yet I'm out here every day. I'm in the street right now, people, publicly. I want the whole world to see. I'm in the street. Anybody who feels any way or has an issue can come see me. There's no excuse. These people claim they have money, right? Bus pass, gas money. What's this excuse? Why hasn't it happened?
A bus pass?
Because people are terrified of Batman. That's why. Because people are afraid to have a conversation with me face to face, because they know I'm way more powerful than the cartel. I'm more powerful than any little gang, and I'm the man who shuts down their operations. Not else, not an agency. I do it. Yeah. That's how real it is. So like I said, all that fake stuff, people don't come out their mouth with my name like that, Wody. You know reality. Act like it. Feel me? And that's it. I'm not some...
I don't think we're going to make it, kids. He's struggling right now.
I'm a regular guy. I'm the biggest gangster you'll ever see. It's not thus far.
Too hard.
It's at any time, bro.
For no